What's good, y'all? I want to come to you today and just have a. Am I even? Oh, yeah. I want to come to you today and just have a quick, just some discussion, pop some shit with you. I had a little extra time today. I usually work on Friday nights, but I was off today and I wasn't feeling too good. Anyway, I started feeling a little um, off last night. So I started sneezing and kind of having a sniffy nose and stuff like that. So I was off tonight anyway, and I said, you know what? Let me just take the night off. Sometimes you just gotta relax. I know it's always about the rat race and stuff like that, but sometimes you gotta take the night off. So I want to come to y'all again, and I want to ask you a specific question because last night I did a stream, a random stream, but not that many people showed up. And I'm getting a lot of messages that are telling me, and by the way, forgive my voice because, like I said, I'm a little under the weather. Um, I've been getting a lot of messages telling me that you didn't get my notification. You have your notifications set and they didn't alert you, and a lot of stuff like this. So I really want to dive into the question of shadow banning, uh, because I feel like I understand all of it, but at the same time, I wonder if you guys understand it. And if do you really understand the purpose of shadow banning someone? Do you understand the how do I say the impact? Do you understand the impact that shadow banning can have on a message? I mean, the message is going to get out regardless, right? The message is going to get out regardless, so that's what it is. But sorry, this fucking thing is getting on my nerves. The shadow banning is real, and I wanted to talk about it tonight, guys, because I put a lot of effort into my messages, and it's not about the number. It's not necessarily about the number of people that are in the stream, because whoever's supposed to see it is going to see it ultimately. I wanted to show you guys the importance of I don't want to call it alternate news. Jennifer J, what up? I don't want to call it alternate news, but I wanted to show you guys the importance of, because if I say alternate news, that sounds like fake news, right? I want to show you guys the importance of like um, independent journalism. Let's call it that. Independent journalism, because I put a lot of effort into all my streams. I put a lot of energy. I'm very high energy. I'm always doing this and doing that. I gotta, keep the show going and stuff like that. But I'd be lying if I said it wasn't frustrating when, for one, for whatever reason, I'm shadow banned. And if you don't know what it means to be shadow banned, basically what this means is for for whatever reason your content is not deleted from YouTube. It's still on YouTube. It's still on the internet, but it's very hard to find. And that presents a certain amount of problems. The first problem, of course, being if you're hard to find, well then I'm sure you can figure out why that's a problem. For people who don't know you, especially you're starting out on the internet, you want to get a message out. Let's say you figured out the cure for COVID-19, right? Let's just say hypothetically speaking. Now, first of all, if you come onto YouTube and say that you found a cure for COVID-19, they're going to immediately flag your channel. So that's the first thing. You definitely don't want to come out and say you found a cure for COVID, but let's just say you had an actual cure that you found out and it worked, and you wanted to put that on the internet. Not only is it going to get struck down, if it doesn't get stricken down, it's just going to be shadow banned. This is what it means, and this is where I'm at with my channel. It's basically at a standstill, which is, you know, it presents a certain set of questions that I wanted to talk to you about. Because, of course, I want to come out with some merchandise. Of course, I want to come out with some things to help us and some things to really get the message out about the class and stuff. But if I'm just going to be shadow banned to a specific audience, what is the point? So I got 4 messages yesterday. Okay? I got 4 messages telling me that that they wanted to see my live stream. They set their notifications to alert them when I go live, but they didn't get an alert on live. Now that just seems like, okay, maybe it's a coincidence, right? Maybe the YouTube robots fucked up and didn't send out the alerts. But then I start thinking, I love you guys that are in the chat, but the fact of the matter is, where are all the new people? Like, I don't even get trolls anymore. I used to get trolls, and then we learned how to you know, basically get them out of here. We didn't even block the trolls really, unless they were just coming in and just really being dumb. Like, I'm talking about people that disagree with the message. Let's figure it out as a team what we can do to get these messages out further, because I love everyone who comes in the chat, but you have to ask yourself, I'm on the internet talking about all of these things. There's no new people. And I already showed you the receipt that talked about where YouTube basically admitted that so basically, if you start a new YouTube channel, you're going to get an email, a bunch of emails. One of the emails that they send you from YouTube is telling you that you can't even go live from your phone until you have 200 followers. And then until you have 1,000 followers, they're going to limit the amount of people that are in your live. Do you hear that? Until you have 1,000 followers, YouTube is limiting, they admitted to limiting the amount of followers or the amount of people that are in the live. So let's just say I'm a new YouTuber and I have 999 subscribers. They're going to limit the amount of people that could even join that conversation to about 20 to 25. So this is why you never really see more than 25 people in my chat unless some trolls are there. Because what's happening is, however YouTube's doing it, they didn't tell me how. I'm still not sure how they're hiding me from people, but they're making it so only about 20 people tops could see my live at any given time. That means, hold on, can y'all hear me? So what does it mean when they're limiting the reach? I don't know why this looks like this. Okay, cool. Yeah, there you go. What does it mean when they're limiting the reach for me, guys? That means that regardless of the information, that means that first of all, the people who are here in this stream, that's not necessarily right now, but the people who come here often, those 20 people, whoever, 25 people, who constantly come here, we have to find a way to cultivate what we have and be productive with it. So this is the first thing I wanted to ask you guys to do. For my people in the chat that are watching right now, and I'm going to ask again when more people get in, and I'm going to, for the people who are watching this later, I want all my people, and specifically my people on Patreon, to specifically my people that are like really always watching, I want you to send me your email, or I don't want you to put your phone number in the chat because that's too much. I want to find a way to get your numbers so I could send you like more like a direct message when I go live or something like that. We need to find out a more inclusive way, a more effective way to get these messages out and to be alerted because again, YouTube is literally hiding me. So I've been doing this shit for. You got to understand how frustrated. You remember I asked you a question yesterday, right? Because I told you yesterday on my video that I'm a YouTuber, and so I was asking the question, which police officers, which nurses, which people in the army, who does that because they really love that job? Who does that because they dream about that job? Who does that because they were a little kid and wanted to do that job? Which one of these people do that and would do that without money? And I asked the same question for the people on YouTube. What up, Bob? Yeah, I have no engagement, Jay. It's completely ridiculous. Like, I guess I suck. You know, sometimes I be thinking I should just let this YouTube thing go to the other people, you know? I don't know. But we were talking about something what was I just talking about? Sorry about that. I got a little distracted. Oh, that's what it is, the shadow ban. So now we have to find a way to get these messages out more effectively. Okay? Because YouTube is literally, I mean, it's not even just me. We know that. I was watching a video. What's this dude? Aiden Ross. Hold on. Can somebody put that in the chat? Aiden Ross. You remember that dude I was talking about? The dude who was with, first of all, he was talking a whole bunch of suspect stuff, but he was supposed to be interviewing Kanye. Does anybody remember that dude? I don't know if I can find that video. Anyway, this dude, Aiden Ross, who is a big-time streamer on Twitch and some other, I think it's mainly Twitch. He was admitting that Twitch is trying to ban him. I think this is it right here. Hold on.
If that's what you guys want. But what I will say is, happy Valentine's Day, guys. This year, I'll still stream on Twitch if that's what you guys want. But what I will say is this. I'm going to Kick this week. I'm going to be doing Omegle, watching live sports, watching movies, prank phone calls, doing unlimited. We can literally watch porn together. I can jerk off with you. No, I'm still celibate. But if I wanted to, we can do whatever the fuck we want. There's no terms of service over there. You guys can say whatever you want about that. Nobody can get fucking banned. If you, listen, if you love people.
So, I'm not going to play the video because it's dumb, but basically he's been going on about how he's been getting kicked off of these platforms, and he believes it's because of what he's saying. So now we're reaching the era in the internet where the information, see, the beautiful thing about the internet was the plethora of information. You could believe it, you don't have to believe it. Nobody's forcing you to believe the information on the internet, but also it's very dangerous when you let a few people control the information anywhere. Let's just say you have a school. You have a school, and now only a few people control the information or the books that come in and out of this school. In no scenario is it okay that only a few people are controlling this information. But on the internet, it's even worse, okay? Now, I can go down the ways that YouTube has been destroying my channel or trying to destroy my channel for a long time, but this isn't really necessarily just about YouTube. This is not just about YouTube. This is about freedom of speech, and not even freedom of speech. This is about the spiritual battle, right? That we already know is going on. So when I bring out these receipts and this information, we already know I'm not going to get famous from this shit. We know there's not going to be 1,000 people in the chat. So this is why it's on you guys to step up. If you believe in this channel and you support this channel, I'm telling you the ways that you should support this channel. It's not just financially. It's not just on Patreon. The number one way you need to support this channel is engagement in the channel and trying to get it out to other people. Literally grassroots. You remember like what's the dude's name? Master P. They said Master P used to go and sell his mixtapes out the trunk. And this was one of the everybody who remembers Master P in, you know, that particular era, there was a whole era of rappers who used to make mixtapes and sell them out the trunk. And so this is what we have to get to the point where we're a family. We've created our own little thing here, because I'll be damned if I've been on YouTube for more than 5 years. Damn near going on 7 years I've been on YouTube, and I can't progress in a substantial way that is concrete. Because I understand that YouTube is gonna be what it is, you know. But the question is, why am I shadow banned? Every time I ask you guys that question, it's like it's always the same answer. When I say why am I shadow banned, they say, "Oh Jay, you know, you're too real. You're saying too real stuff." I mean, so who's running the algorithm? And this is the thing, like even right now, I got like only a few people in the chat. There's no reason. I guarantee you. I mean, yeah, it's Friday night, and that's the thing. I usually do my streams on Monday. So one would think, okay, well, you're doing it on a Monday. People have to go to work. That's why they're not there. And then I'll do it on a Wednesday randomly. They're still at work. They have to work. Okay, so now I'm doing a stream on a Friday night at around 8 o'clock my time, and there's no one here, and it makes me think, okay, so there's only two possibilities. Either I suck or I'm dealing with this shadow ban thing, right? Now, there's a very possible potential that I suck and you guys are just afraid to tell me, or you just don't want to hurt my feelings. But let's just be objective about this. What up, De Facto? De Facto, let's be objective about this. Why am I shadow banned? Okay. Let's talk about the possibility if I suck. Maybe I suck as a content creator. Maybe I suck as a YouTuber. Nothing I say is important. Nothing I say is groundbreaking or revolutionary. I don't have any charisma. I'm not funny. I can't tell a story. I'm just talking on, and I don't even connect any points for 5 hours. Let's just say all of that is the case. Are you telling me the people on YouTube with 10, 20, 100,000 subscribers are literally more captivating than me? I mean, I'm not going to even name anybody's names. You can go look on YouTube right now. These people literally just talking nothing for the better part of 3 hours, and 10,000, 20,000. So the question is, okay, so here's the answer. The numbers are important. You see, this is why I don't want to focus on the numbers. I don't want to focus on the numbers. I don't want to make it seem like I care about my subscriber count and my view count. But let's just put it as a restaurant. Restaurants are going off of straight numbers. It doesn't matter how good their food is. All of that is a factor, yes. But even if you have the best quality food and the best chefs, the best service, if your restaurant is not being visited, you will not be able to sell. You will not be able to prove how good that food is. Do you understand what I'm saying? You cannot prove how good that food is if nobody comes to the restaurant. So that's where I'm at with it. I'm preparing all these good ass dishes. I'm taking my time. I'm getting all these different, spices from different parts of the world. I'm flying all over the world and learning different cultures and learning how to, pair this wine with that wine and that dish and that sauce. And I've got the best grapes and I got the best tomatoes from Sicily. And I have a wood fire grill for the pizza. I have a souffle and this and that, but nobody comes to my restaurant and I prepared all of these dishes. You're telling me I'm not going to be salty? It's not even about the money at that point. It's not about the money. If I created an entire restaurant, I went and got the grapes from France and I got the fucking tomatoes from Italy. You're telling me nobody comes in, or maybe one person strolls by, hey, a few people stroll by and eat. That's going to be good enough for a person who's passionate about their craft. Now you got to remember, there's people on YouTube that are literally just digging up their ass. Don't get me started on Twitch and OnlyFans. But let's just keep it on YouTube. What is it that I got to do, YouTube, to be unshadow banned? Or am I just shadow banned for life? Because we know you deleted my first channel, but I don't have any strikes on this channel right now, so there's no reason. It's not even like, okay, this nigga has 2 strikes on this channel, so we're going to hide his visibility. Nothing like that. I don't got any more strikes on this channel. I've been a good boy. You deleted my first channel, and obviously if I don't have strikes, that means I'm doing something right, or at least I'm not doing something wrong. So what's the problem, YouTube? Why can't I have engagement? Why do I got to go on Instagram and tell my people on Instagram that I'm live? Let me go on Instagram, because Instagram has me shadow banned too, but they never deleted my page, so I didn't have to start all the way over with Instagram. But they're still stopping my channel completely with Instagram. So I'm gonna go on YouTube. I'm gonna go on Instagram and tell them I'm live, and maybe I might have two or three more people show up. What do you think?
This is absolutely ridiculous and ridiculous and disgusting.
I gotta tell anybody I can that I'm live, because again, it's not about the numbers, but it is about the numbers. Imagine I tell somebody I'm a YouTuber. I've been doing YouTube for about 7 years. They're like, hey, J-Lethal, what's your channel? First of all, if they can find my channel, because that's another thing. I want you guys to go do it on your own free time. Go type in J-Lethal in the search bar on your phone or a friend's phone and see what happens. You have to spell it completely right. You have to spell my name completely right, or else my name will not pop up. It's sickening, guys. I'm not gonna lie, because I'm not even like next week. I might not even be able to do a live stream because I've been spending too much money lately. I've been trying to save money, so I alternate. So next week I might not be able to see you guys. So when I do have time to do these streams, or when I set it up and I'm like, okay, I want to be able to have the conversation with the people that I'm having a conversation with. But nobody gets to see my shit. Like I said, I did a stream last night and 4 people immediately left me a comment the moment my stream ended. They said, I just got a notification. So you send a notification of that I'm live the moment that I ended after 3.5 hours. Now they get it for 4 people. That would have been 4 more people that could have been contributing information. And remember, these are online pro bono interactive learning courses in which like-minded and some not so like-minded individuals gather in order to discuss nuanced and sometimes controversial topics so that we may all possibly gain a motherfucking further level of clarity and understanding moving forward. So if people aren't here to engage, what are we doing really? Let me read some comments. Jennifer says, I don't suck. Thank you, Jennifer. I like to think I don't suck either. But the question is, why can't I get 1,000 subscribers? What do I have to do to get 1,000 subscribers? Have you seen the type of shit that's on the internet? And these type of people just have... De facto says, in order for me to get 4,000 subscribers, I have to attend the Rock Nation brunch. Talk to me in the chat. I have to attend the damn Rock Nation brunch. have to hit the Rock Nation brunch in order to make it, guys? Come on, y'all. Damn. Damn. So that's why I said I'm gonna get your emails before this is all said and done. And I know, because I don't really check my email like that, but sometimes I have to. I feel like I need to get your email so that on your email, that's where we could exchange numbers. I don't want to exchange numbers on YouTube. And for whatever reason, they don't even have a feature on YouTube where you can, send somebody a message, like a private direct message. Everything on YouTube is just comments. You can't really just send nobody a private message. So I'm going to get your numbers so that we can, first of all, share information away from this platform, whether if it's any time we need to share information outside of this platform. And I'll also be able to send you guys an alert that I'm live. Of course, you don't have to. Of course, you might be busy. Like last night, I did a random live stream. Tonight, I'm usually working on Friday nights. So I'm probably not going to do most of my stream. I don't think I've ever barely done a stream on Friday night. So there's some nights you guys are going to be working. I understand that. But my question is more so about my subscriber count. Why can I not reach any new audience? Are you telling me the internet is just small now? There's only like 300 people on the internet? No, there's millions of people on the internet. I'm on YouTube. I don't have any restrictions on my channel that they've told me. So this is the thing that I want to, you know what? Let me show you something real quick. Hold on real quick, y'all. I want to show you my I want to hold on 1 second, y'all. God damn, why this shit be moving slow as hell. All right, can y'all see me? Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me right now? 7's in the chat if y'all can hear me. This is I'm trying to show you, like on my YouTube page. And shit slow, bro. Everything moves slow. Okay, can y'all hold on, let me get this off the screen. All right, y'all. This is what this channel looks like. I know it's moving all slow. This is what it looks like when you have a channel to your studio and you can see all the analytics, stuff like that. Look right here. Can somebody tell me how many subscribers I have? Look how many subscribers I have after 2 years. And mind you, I upload content every week. Sometimes I upload content multiple times a week. How many fucking subscribers does it say I have? Talk to me in the chat. After 2 years. Now, I have 436 subscribers. Y'all see that, right? Right here. Okay. Now, let's look at our strikes. This is where this channel violations right here. This shows you where you have strikes. If you have any strikes or anything like that, it's going to be right here. Okay? It says The only thing I have is a warning. You see this? The only thing I have is a warning. By the way, this warning, once you get your first warning, it never gets taken away. The warning cannot be taken away, but the strikes can be taken away. So the only warning I have is right here from December 20th, 2021. It was called the George Floyd anti-stress pillow. If you don't remember the George Floyd anti-stress pillow, then I think it's on my Patreon. But anyway, I only had this. So if I had any strikes, they would be here. So I have no strikes, right? I only have 436. However, I have all these fucking videos. Let's see how many videos I have, guys. Let's see how many videos I have. Ooh. Okay, look at all these videos right here. February 2nd, January 7th, January 6th, December 30th, December 25th, December 19th, November 24th, November 5th, October 19th, October 10th, October 9th, October 7th, September 22nd, September 12th, August 13th, August 8th, July 31st, July 14th, June 25th, June 22nd, June 20th, June 18th, June 11th, June 10th, June 9th, May 30th, May 28th, May 27th, May 22nd, May 19th. This is just, that was all the videos. Just in that short period of time, I made all those videos. And some of those videos are long as hell. Some of these videos are long as hell. 10-minute video. This is a 20-minute video that was deleted from my first channel. This is a 21-minute video right here. I'm not just, sometimes I'll post a minute video. This is 7 minutes. This is 8 minutes, 7 minutes. I'm posting long videos, 30-minute videos, short videos. I'm posting different thumbnails. Now look at my thumbnails, guys. Look at my pictures. Can y'all hear me? Look at my thumbnails, guys. I have actual thumbnails of people's faces, very colorful, people talking, people smiling. I know exactly what they told us how to make thumbnails. This is what gets people engagement, because you know you have to have some kind of a picture for them to click on it. I got all these different thumbnails. It's not just some nigga. Now let's do this. Let's do this. Let's go. Hold on. Now let's go. Let's do this. I want to show you what it looks like when you type in J-Lethal in the search bar. If my internet would actually, I'm trying to share the fucking screen and shit, act dumb as hell. You know what? I'm not even gonna type that in. It's just gonna take time. I try to share my screen. It takes too long. Can y'all hear me? This is what I'm talking about, man. It's stressful. I'm over here trying to run an online business. I'm trying to run a business online and shit. Can somebody talk to me? I'm trying to run a business online. I'm trying to run away from the motherfucking cops. Talk to me in the chat. So why am I shadow banned? I think I know why. Let me talk about it. Let me see if we can talk about it. I think I'm shadow banned because they know that I'm popping out here. I could actually change some conversations out here. And I told you before, I don't want to toot my own horn, but you tell me, what else can it be? It has to be that I suck. It has to be. Or maybe we could change some conversations out here. Now remember, I'm not just having the same old conversation about racism. I specified it and talked about the systematic enforcement of the ideologies of white supremacy, which opens up how black people can be white supremacists, all of this stuff. So I'm not falling into the same old category of black versus white. okay? When it comes to the LGBT community, I was one of the first outspoken ones. There was a time when I first started talking about the LGBT community, I remember the very first video I made. I think it was called, I believe I called it the homosexual agenda part 1. There we go. And here we go with the internet fucking up. Here we go with the internet fucking up. Can y'all hear me? Bullshit. Bullshit. Anyway, the first video I made. What up, Solo? Solo, you finally missed the stream, hey, bro? I was waiting for you. I knew you'd miss a stream eventually. There's no possible way that you could catch every single J-Lethal stream. It's impossible. I'm not mad at you, Solo Dolo, for missing the stream last night. I didn't tell anybody I was going to go live. And on top of that, YouTube didn't even alert anybody. So, it is what it is. But the reason why I set this up like this is so we can have discussions. Like, I used to do videos. I didn't used to do live streams. I used to just do like a 20-minute video and just talking to the camera for 20 minutes. And then I learned how to edit, and I started putting out videos with little edits and little funny clips and little stuff. And then one day I decided to do a live stream, and I realized how fun it was. You can actually, you don't have to wait for people to comment on the video, you know, and you don't have to just comment. And they can comment right there, right when you say something. They can leave a comment, and you can have a whole discussion with people from all across the world. So I love, you know, I loved having conversations on live stream. And so this is why I really still do this. Now remember, there's some days where I literally have nothing to talk about, and I'm not gonna come talk to you live, because some people just go live when they don't have nothing to talk about. That's the same people I talk about. I'm like, you're on live just digging up your ass. No, I want to at least have something on my mind to talk to you guys about. And a lot of the times I do these 5-hour streams on a Monday or Tuesday. And so by the time I got all these receipts out, I need to gather more receipts to bring you another potent message. I don't want to beat a dead horse. Like yesterday, we talked about the single mother. And a lot of people wonder why or they don't even wonder. A lot of people just get aggravated that I talk about that a lot. Why don't you talk about this? Well, I talk about a lot of shit. It's just that for some reason, we tend to focus on my single mother talks because it sounds like I'm a bitter baby daddy, right? You don't hear when I talk about Barack Obama. You don't hear when I talk about Moneybagg Yo or whoever else. You don't hear when I talk about these rappers that are disrespecting each other and dancing on each other's grave. I talk about all that, but for some reason, the talk about the mother, it hits home, but we have to remember why. Can somebody give me maybe a clue as to why our brains are so programmed right now to be bothered when we hear about critiquing our mother, particularly the black mother? Why is it such a touchy topic, guys? And this is another part why I'm shadow banned, because as I told you before, I made a video called, the very first video I made about the LGBT community, it was on my first channel. And I remembered when I made the video, I was riding my bicycle and I was talking on the cell phone. And I remember thinking I might get in trouble for this video. What up, Raheem? Raheem's been following me for a while. He remembers, you know. And so when I first started talking about the LGBT community, I was in a way hesitant to ruin my brand, if that makes sense. Because before I started talking about the LGBT community, I purposely never really was going in on them. But I just started seeing how it was getting more and more closer to our children. So then, and more closer to our culture. So I had to talk about it. Because remember, I don't have a problem with gay people. I have a problem with the gay agenda, right? So I started speaking about that, and I said, damn, when I drop this video, it's gonna make some people upset, and I'm gonna have to, I'm really gonna be put into a different box. I already knew that. It was part of my shadow banning. Because remember, I'm already talking about racism. I'm already talking about feminism. I'm already talking about God. I'm already talking about being a black man that's unapologetic. And now I'm talking about the LGBT community. That's definitely gonna shadow ban me. So that was part of my shadow banning. Maybe that's what did it. Talk to me in the chat. Which topic that I talk about, Lizzo's obesity, Billy Porter wearing a dress on Sesame Street, the so-called Jewish man or the so-called red man, the city girls, or we know nobody gives a fuck that we talk about black men. So which topic was it that got me shadow banned? Because remember, I never got any message. What up, Cha-Cha? Cha-Cha, I never got any message saying that I was shadow banned. I really wish somebody would understand that. And look at this, guys. Solo Dolo. Breaking news. Breaking news. Hold on. You guys are going to love this. Breaking news, guys. Breaking news. Somebody put that in the chat. Breaking news. This is literally breaking news. Hold on. I'm about to upload 2 receipts right now on this breaking news shit. There's a reason why J-Lethal is shadow banned. I go straight to the Pride Parade, nigga. Niggas try to tell me, oh, you wouldn't talk about these people to their face, or you wouldn't, hold on. You're just trying to bully these people. No, I go straight to the Pride Parade, and I showed you the homosexual people dressing like dogs with dogs on their van, and they say puppy love. Tell me what that means. You remember that one? Put a sub in the chat if you seen me live. Go to the Pride Parade, and I showed you live the puppy Paw Patrol ass niggas. Hold on. I'm trying to upload this breaking news receipt real quick. Because I talk about all this shit. If I go to the, I have a if I believe we have a conversation with the red man, what do? I go straight to the red man and have conversations. Did you see when I was dressed in blackface? I dressed myself in blackface and went out there by my motherfucking self. You hear me? By my fucking self with a cell phone. And was not, it's not even like I was confronting motherfuckers, but I was confronting motherfuckers. More people were confronting me, actually, but that's a different story. But yes, I'm confronting it by confronting the elephant in the room. And you should see some of the red people. And that wasn't the only time I went to, I also went to the Galleria out here in Houston. Now, I went to the Galleria out here in Houston when I was dressed in blackface. But I also went to the Galleria in Houston. Shout out to the Galleria in Houston. That's one of my favorite malls. The Galleria in Houston. I went there also when it was 4th of July. Maybe you guys didn't see that. I did 9 minutes. Hell no. Hold on. This nigga said 9 minutes for this receipt. They tried to make me wait 9 minutes for this receipt. You hear me? I gotta put in my receipt king code or something, my password, because there's no way I'm waiting 9 minutes for this receipt. You better bring that shit down right now, motherfucker. What was I just asking you? Damn, I was going somewhere good with that. Fuck, what was I just talking about? the Houston Mall. So I had fuck 4th of July on this sign, and I was dressed in some red, white, and blue stuff. I went over to the Galleria, and I was basically doing a silent demonstration about fuck the 4th of July. This was what, 5 years ago maybe? And the people, the red, you should have saw the red people who loved America. These red people, especially in Texas, they love America. 4th of July come, everything red, white, and blue. And then when they saw me with my sign that said, fuck the 4th of July, what do you think they did? How do you think they felt? Well, first of all, only a handful of them, not even a handful of them, had the nerve to say anything. Most of them act like they didn't see it, even when I was saying it to them. All the red people that was passing me by, because over there by the Galleria, well, not anymore, they changed it up, but there was this part where you had to cross the street. And so a whole bunch of people would gather when the light was red. In order to get to the mall, you'd have to cross the street. So all the people who's trying to get into the mall, they have to stop right here while the light is red for 30 seconds, 3 minutes, however long the light is red, the people who's trying to get into the mall have to stand right here. So I was over there with a sign that said, fuck the 4th of July. And you should have seen some of them. It was amazing. I still have some of the clips. I might upload some of the clips. But mostly what they were trying to do is act like they don't even see me. Like, oh my God, he's just crazy. He's crazy. And it's funny when you're finally the crazy one. I wish they would fucking let me upload this receipt. What the fuck? But yeah, it's funny when you're the... Bro, hold on. StreamYard. Wow. StreamYard.com. You bullshit now. How y'all feeling, man? What's up with y'all? I'm trying to pull these receipts up because there's this one receipt that's I just got breaking news of, and it's not letting me upload. It's like acting dumb. I'm gonna restart the phone. Anyway, let me see what we got to talk about today, guys. Let's talk about this. This is something that's really important because this is another reason now, mind you, this is another reason why I'm shadow banned, is because I'm going to bring out some shit that's going to destroy the matrix if I'm allowed to have a platform to be able to be heard. I never said I'm a perfect person. What I did say is that I'm the receipt king. So when I pull out these receipts, you better believe it's a problem. Did y'all hear about this one? This is another receipt that we have to talk about. Now, before we talk about this though, I got to show you this receipt because this one's too good to wait for. Does anybody remember the Kings of Comedy? Because I don't want to, this receipt is especially going to hit home for a certain age demographic. If you're younger, maybe if you're like 20 years old or something, this receipt might not hit right now. But this is a good receipt. Look at this. Hold on. Hold on. I'm gonna read your comments. Tell me in the section again, why am I shadow banned? But I'm not even gonna name. I don't want to name any other people. But you're telling me that I can't have 1,000? But here's the better question: do you understand why it's dangerous to let me have 1,000? Let's just say 10,000. Because I had 3,000 subscribers on my last channel, but that was too much for them. Because some of my videos were at 30,000 views, 50,000 views. Believe it or not, little old me, and I still got some of the receipts, I had some videos reaching 50,000, 30,000, 40,000. I was breaking through the algorithm, even when I was being shadow banned at that level. But now they deleted my channel, and now they have me completely, like, they put a iron ceiling over my ass. Do you hear me? They put me in this building and they made me start over, and they put an iron ceiling over. So the only way you can get into J-Lethal stream is if you fucking break into this bitch. Do you hear me? Literally, I'd say 90, at least 70% of the people who are here at this channel, they found me after my channel was deleted. I didn't even have any, they just found me. They literally found J-Lethal. They had to find me. They found me because they remembered my name. They remembered my energy. They said, I want to be subscribed to the, Mami Rica was in the chat last night. I had a beautiful sister named Mami Rica who's been on this journey with me for some years. See, look at this shit. Y'all see this? This is the confusion that we're dealing with today, guys. You're going to tell me mind my own business, huh? Mind my own business. This is confusion, guys. This is confusion. You guys can't even see that. It is what it is. Tell me in the chat if you can see why I can't have 10,000. They can't. In other words, who's controlling the algorithm? Because if you let most people tell you, oh, it's just a computer. It's just a computer that's just barely, you know, monitoring this and that. I think that there's people in charge and they know who to let reach a little bit of clout, and they know who to stomp that shit out in the mud. Remember, they can't just delete my channel for no reason. So that's why I was being too reckless on my first channel. Ever since I got that deletion, I made sure to be very strategic. Even when I get a strike on this channel, I keep it cool. I play it cool. So at what point did I get shadow banned? What can I do to get out of the shadow ban? But forget all that. Can I show you guys some breaking news real quick? It's just a little breaking news. That's it. It's nothing big, nothing big. And by the way, guys, I'm a little under the weather, so that's why I'm a little down. Like that's why my energy isn't that high right now. But look at this, guys. Look at this. This is oh, by the way, does anybody remember the Kings of Comedy? Who are the Kings of Comedy, guys? You guys know. Let me go open some champagne. I'm not supposed to be shipping champagne tonight, but fuck it. Name me the Kings of Comedy. Or how about this? Name me your favorite king of comedy. Who's your favorite king of comedy, guys? There's four of them, the so-called kings of comedy. Who's your favorite one? Solo, who's your favorite king of comedy? Cha-Cha, who's your favorite king of comedy? Jennifer, Jay, Raheem, I need all of y'all commenting, because remember, here's the thing. This is the pact that we're gonna make right now. Because you guys understand that I'm shadow banned, I need you to like every single motherfucking video that ever comes on my channel. I need every single person that's watching to like every single video from now on that ever comes on my channel. I don't care if I upload a 1 second fucking video farting into the goddamn microphone. Like that bitch and keep it moving. And if you really love me, put a fucking fire emoji, a stinky face emoji, and keep going. I don't want to come out with no video. This is another why I'll tell you the truth. Another reason why I haven't brought out one of those old school videos where I make a 20-minute video and I edit it and I put a polished video out is because I'm not going to spend, you know how long it takes to make and edit these videos? Just for 40 likes. I mean 40 views, 50 views, 60 views, 70 views. And if that sounds ungrateful, I'm sorry. I didn't do this for 7 years for 70 motherfucking views. We need to get the conversation started. We need to have people who disagree with this motherfucker. And then I didn't completely forgive y'all, the ones who ran from me when I had that debate with the man from the LGBT community. Don't think I forgot about that shit. I love you, but don't think I forgot the motherfuckers that tried to run, or they just threw in the white flag, or they didn't want to participate anymore when the LGBT community was in my chat. I had 120 people from the LGBT community in this chat. It was finally popping, and now I'm reading comments from my moderators running off talking about I can't do this. No, that motherfucker, I ain't one of those type of niggas. I didn't forget y'all. I knew I feel like I knew your favorite king of comedy. I don't know why. I just felt like Cha-Cha would love. Remember, where he at? Him downstairs. Somebody put that in the chat. Hold on, let me change this. Y'all remember that? Him downstairs. I want some milk and cookies. Him downstairs. Shout out to Bernie Mac. It looks like everybody said their favorite was Bernie, right? Everybody's favorite was Bernie. I guess I gotta have a Bernie Mac. I guess I gotta have a Bernie Mac meme now. Why don't I have any Bernie Mac memes? I got all these memes. I got Ice Cube, 50 Cent. I got Ice Cube. I got Beavis and Butthead.
You're a stupid dumbass. Dumbass.
I got Beavis and Butthead. I got Menace to Society. I got Oprah Winfrey. I got all these goddamn memes. I don't even have any Bernie Mac. I got Kevin Samuels. I got this nigga Jaden Smith. I got LeBron James.
Fuck.
And I have no Bernie Mac. I have Michael
Tell
Jackson.
them niggas why you mad, son. Tell them niggas why you mad, son. Tell them why you mad, son. Tell them why you mad, son.
Shit. Wait. This is I need to get a Bernie Mac meme before the night is over. I'm gonna find the Bernie Mac meme, and the next class we will introduce the Bernie meme, because this is unnatural. How the fuck do I have bobblehead Albert Sharpton, but I don't have the Bernie Mac meme?
You become a sweet taste in my mouth, and I want you to be my star, so that we can live happily ever. Yeah, make me go in the house, and I know you're gonna. Oh yeah, make me feel good, say, come on.
Dance from, guys. What is that, his mating call? Something about that dance gives me mating call vibes. This nigga's legitimately doing a mating call. Now, I'm not supposed to be sipping this because I'm feeling a little under the weather, but this is my last one for a few days, and I'm going to try to lay off the champagne. Okay? I'm gonna try to lay off the champagne. I've been sipping too much. I haven't been exercising as much as I should. It's just not a good thing. However, you know, it is what it is. Now, without further ado, you said you wanted to see the receipt, right? I said I had breaking news. I asked you who your favorite person was. And I said, who is your favorite king of comedy, guys? And you said Bernie Mac, right?
Kill that noise, man. Let's just get the shit.
The shit. The shit. You'll get the shit. You'll be knee deep in the shit.
So now here's the conversation that I wanted to bring to you guys. It says here that former child actress Dee Dee Davis from the Bernie Mac show has officially launched her OnlyFans. Talk to me in the chat. She has officially launched her OnlyFans account.
What?
And as you know, we've been exploring this topic quite in depth recently. I admitted to you that yes, J-Lethal himself has used his hard-earned money to buy, listen closely, I'm admitting it in front of the world, so nobody has to reach into my transaction history. I'm being vulnerable. J-Lethal himself has used his money to pay for OnlyFans.
You're a stupid dumbass. Dumbass.
I literally used money that I worked hard for to see butt naked booty and butt naked titties.
You see something? Now you see now. You done fucked up, you know that, don't you? I think I thought that's so you're saying that you done fucked up now, you're that don't you?
Guys, so before I say anything, I had to just let that be known to let you guys know that this isn't coming from a place of, this bitch is, no, it's just to show how we as a society are falling deeper and deeper into debauchery. Somebody put that in the chat, the legitimization of debauchery. Look at this. Former child actress Dee Dee Davis from the Bernie Mac show has officially launched her OnlyFans account. Listen, fellow Bernie Mac show cast member Camille Winbush launched, and she's the one on the left, launched her OnlyFans in 2021. And fans of the show quickly split opinions 50-50 on whether it was a disgrace, listen closely, or a brilliant career move.
Bitch, you better be joking.
Do you see the difference? The society was split 50-50 on, is this bitch a disgrace or is she the entrepreneur of the year? Now let me ask you guys in the chat, because I guess it all comes down to all of our opinions, right? She's gonna make her coin. Get your bag, sis. But we do have to ask in the chat, is it a disgrace? I mean, or does that even matter? Should everybody just live their life? But remember, we did have the talk about the children, because that's where all of this is going. So yes, both of, do you guys see this? Both of, de facto, both of the daughters of Bernie Mac on the show, or, you know, hit the basically, because remember, in the show, the Bernie Mac show, he was taking care of his sister's children. So that's what the milk and cookies, you remember that? Him downstairs, the milk and cookies. That whole spiel, he was talking about taking care of the children of his sister who's on drugs. So he came out with this show based around that. taking care of his sister's kids, and she's on drugs or she's in jail or whatever the case. So he had one little boy and two little girls. And the little girl was called Baby Girl, and the older one, he called her Nessa. Her name was Vanessa. So the one on the left with the black hair, that's Vanessa. That's the older daughter. And the one on the right with the flowers, that's Baby Girl. So this is, if you've seen the show, you know that's what that is. Baby Girl and Nessa. Now, the reason why I wanted to bring this to you, because it's particularly relevant when it comes to the conversation of where's the father in the home, right? If we're having a conversation about where's the father, well, many things could happen. You know, I'm going to tell you a story real quick. There was a girl I went to school with, and I guess I'm going to put her on blast right now. I'm not trying to put her on blast, but this is what happened. This is anyway. So I went to school with this girl from kindergarten to like high school, right? And she has a twin, right? And we were all cool or whatever the case. In like second grade, I went out with this girl. You know how when you're a kid, you go out with girls and stuff like that, like, oh, we go together or something like that, right? Just puppy dog love, whatever. So in second grade, I went out with this girl. It was just a quick little thing like, oh, she's my girlfriend. It didn't even last a week, right? Anyway, I grew up with her. She has a twin. Her dad died of diabetes complications when we were like rather young. Like maybe her dad died maybe like when she was in 7th grade. We were like in 7th grade or something when her dad died, right? And a lot of people noticed a change in her and her sister. They were twins after her dad died. Anyway, fast forward, I had seen her, you know, because we all went to school together. So I was seeing her on MySpace and stuff like that. And she was changing. She was getting tattoos. And she was like stripping now. Anyway, so this girl ended up being in the Tupac movie. She was one of the main girls in the Tupac movie. I believe it's called All Eyes on Me, the Tupac movie that came out some years ago. She's one of the naked girls in the movie. She's showing off her butt and she's showing off her titties in the Tupac movie, right? And I was like, oh, that's old girl. I went to school with her. So anyway, now turns out she just got pregnant by Neo. This girl that I went to school with, she just got pregnant by the singer Neo. And he's going through some shit because he cheated on his wife to get this girl pregnant or something like that. So he's getting a divorce from his wife. Neo's getting a divorce from his wife because he was cheating on his wife with this girl that I went to school with. And now she's pregnant and all this other stuff. I say all that to say, many would argue that this girl's demeanor changed after her father was no longer present, after her father died. Now that's something that we could only wonder, right? And that's another thing where, hey, you can't do anything about it. The father's dead, the father's in jail. You can't do really anything about that. So yes, there are different ways when the father is not there, but this is one of the perfect instances to explain it, to show the father not being there. It says these two girls, and it's very, like I said, it's very relevant because what is the Bernie Mac show? The Bernie Mac show is a show about a black man who's the head of his household. Remember, guys, do you remember that the Bernie Mac show is a show about a black man who's the head of his household? Even Bernie Mac's wife used to get basically kind of scared when he was mad. Do you remember the Bernie Mac show? When Bernie Mac would get mad, everybody was like, oh shit, okay. Bernie's turned up. Okay, Bernie, okay. Bernie Mac wasn't taking no shit. That's why I fuck with Bernie. I actually cried when Bernie Mac died. Bernie Mac was one of the few people that actually hit me when they died. Like, damn, what the fuck? And if you look into the history of Bernie Mac, there are some conspiracies that Bernie Mac was assassinated as well. Talk to me in the chat. I'm not going to go too deep into it, but yes, if you float around deep enough in the rabbit hole, there are some conspiracies that Bernie Mac was assassinated himself because he gave certain speeches about President Obama at the time. He was giving certain, he was saying certain stuff in his comedy routines about President Obama, and allegedly, this is what I'm hearing in the streets, that wasn't appreciated from the big people, and they gave him one of them thingy things, I don't know. And then there's other rumors that Steve Harvey and D.L. Hughley and these niggas had something to do with it, because when you look at Bernie Mac's funeral, Steve Harvey and D.L. Hughley in particular, they're over here with their glasses on trying to look all cool and shit, and they didn't have their glasses on because they were crying. If I'm not mistaken, I got to go back and look at it, but the Bernie Mac show, I mean the Bernie Mac funeral, I think Cedric the Entertainer was the only one who had his glasses off, and he was actually being honest and looking into the crowd. Steve Harvey was looking like a bitch ass nigga, like he did something wrong. D.L. Hughley looking like he's hiding something, looking like he just got a bag. Now that's my personal opinion. But let's get back to this story right here. It says here that these two girls are now on OnlyFans, and what's so important about this is these are the daughters on the show of the Bernie Mac show. And he particularly, if you remember anything about the show, what was he always trying to do? Protect the girls in particular. Of course he wanted to protect the boy too, but he was very overprotective, and he was like a daddy, you know, he was like a papa bear to these girls that he took in. He even called one of the girls baby girl, and he was always overprotective of them. So now that he's gone, look at what the effects are. And I'm not saying this can't happen with people who have a father in the home, obviously. But look at look at the symbology. How about that? Can we just appreciate the symbology of now that Bernie is gone? Look at what the baby girl is doing. Somebody put that in the chat. Look at what baby girl is doing now that Bernie Mac is gone.
What the? What happened to my house? Baby girl, what are you doing? Oh my God, I'm dead.
Where are my smokes? You smoked them all, stupid.
Nessa, no. No, Nessa!
Don't go to sleep tonight. I'm going to stick you.
Bun in the oven and a loaf on the table. Nessa, listen to me. Nessa. Nessa. Nessa.
Hello, I'm busy. Girl, can't you read? Get out of my face. You can read.
So, look at you. Can't believe it. Wipe this shiny stuff off your lips. Joy. Joy, I'm not playing with you.
I'm gonna look fabulous.
And WB. Here comes Santa Claus. Have you been naughty or nice?
I got an answer to that.
Let's see, look at it. What you got there?
Oh.
Take it off. Big fella, I give you everything. That's my wife. I'm not giving you one. Oh, hell no. you big?
Okay. Hey, honey. Hey, honey, wake up. Wake up. Hey, hey, hey. It's me. Come on, focus. It's me. Okay.
Oh, it's you.
Uh-huh.
One I had a dream.
Okay.
He was in it. And Jordan, baby girl, and let me see something.
Hey, quit it. Okay, honey. Don't worry, okay? The doctor said you're gonna be fine.
Oh, it was awful. I'm telling you, I was dead. I was dead. I tell you, I was dead. Jordan, he hit his ear. He had all the... And then baby girl, she was smoking. And you had a little boy, like, and he was knocked. She had a little one. And then...
Oh.
And you were WB. You scandalous.
Okay, how many painkillers did you take? Come on, honey, come on.
That's suspicious. That's weird. And you want to know what else is funny?
Talk to me in the chat. Did you ever see that episode? Mami Rica, did you hear that Baby Girl and Vanessa are now on OnlyFans? Talk to me in the chat. Breaking news, guys. And don't you go look it up. Don't you go on Google and go look up Baby Girl's titties. Don't you do it. Yeah, she's 25 years old or however old she is. Don't you go look up them big ass titties on OnlyFans. That is Baby Girl. Do you hear me?
Shame. 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 Shame.
Look at this, Mami Rica. On the Bernie Mac show, I know you remember the Bernie Mac show. Now Nessa and Baby Girl are both on OnlyFans.
What?
But let them tell it. It's for art and poetry and whatever else. You really think somebody subscribing to your OnlyFans for your shitty fucking poetry?
You're a stupid dumbass. Dumbass.
Here, Baby Girl. Nobody wants your fucking shitty poetry, or nobody gives a damn about your existential art, whatever the hell you're talking about. People go on OnlyFans for your tits, and that's what you're showing, and you know it. And the way that a lot of these women are introducing themselves into OnlyFans, let me tell you exactly what they're doing. Let me tell you exactly what these women are doing. They're starting off the OnlyFans. They might just have a picture, but they're covering, you know, or they got the pasties on their nipples, or they're covering up their nipples. They do like a maternity style photo where they're covering this, or they have some soft photos to make it seem like you really have fans, right? OnlyFans. That's the dumbest, most misleading name ever. We're not fans of you. OnlyFans are allowed here. Listen, we want to see your tits, and I'm just the one that finally had to say it. Do y'all hear me? I'm the one that finally had to say it. Okay, we want to see your tits. It's not about OnlyFans. So now, Baby Girl and Nessa are on OnlyFans. The Bernie Mac is gone. Do you understand what it means to have a Bernie Mac gone? This means the entire prototype of a Bernie Mac. All of the experience that a Bernie Mac has, it's no longer a thing. It's no longer there. So did you see, Mami Rica, did you see? Let me show you real quick again. I'm gonna show you the video one more time, because we talked about what it looks like to not have the father there for the little girls. The little girl grew up, she was smoking, she was pregnant, da-da-da-da-da. Coincidentally, both those girls are now on OnlyFans. You can make your own decision about that. But look at the video. Look what his little son was doing. The dad is gone. Look at what the son was doing. Look at the son, guys. Look at the son.
What? her to my house. Baby girl, what are you doing? Oh my God, I'm dead.
Where are my smokes?
You smoked them all, stupid.
Nessa, no. No, Nessa!
Don't go to sleep tonight. I'm going to stick you.
Bun in the oven and a loaf on the table. Nessa, listen to me. Nessa. Nessa. Nessa.
Hello, I'm busy. Girl, can't you read? Get out of my face. You can read.
Yeah. You can't make this shit up, people. You cannot make this shit up.
To it, he had all this shiny shit on his lips, and we know what that's talking about. Again, is this the reason why I'm shadow banned? Because I make these connections? I can show you how these daughters in real life now are on OnlyFans, and I can tell you that even though I like OnlyFans, it's a goddamn problem. I'm gonna go out and say it. I have been lured into the OnlyFans trap once or twice. I ain't gonna lie, sometimes you get on Instagram and then you see this picture, you weren't even looking for it, and then this picture leads to that picture, then you see a whole bunch of, and then now this woman's like, hey, do you want to see more? Press this link right here. I told you how it happens. It's not hard to subscribe to somebody's OnlyFans. Believe it or not, it's easier than you think, especially when she's showing it, busting it wide open for $9 per month. That's a hell of a deal, guys, whether you like it or not. Hell, I'm not even perverted. I just call myself a goddamn frugal shopper. That's actually a value. You mean I'm seeing 400 vagina pics for $4.99 a month? That's actually pretty cool. But no, it's a downfall of mine. I told you about my porn addiction. I've been very vulnerable about all this stuff, guys. We're gonna have to have a whole discussion about the porn addiction one day, guys. When I'm ready, when we're ready. Not even the porn addiction, but just the porn, the porn and the sex mind. Like, I understand doing something else productive with that time. I understand doing something else productive with that energy. But it's an abundance of this shit all over the internet, guys. This is something that we have to talk about for a different time. This episode was called Bernie Mac Show Busting It Wide Open Reunion Episode. I never seen that episode. I happened to just run into that episode into my in all my things, and it just happened to link up with the fact that the daughters are now doing OnlyFans. So I never seen that episode, but I find that very crazy that Bernie Mac on this episode, he basically died, and it was just, that was really eerie, right? Here's another thing that's eerie, guys. Did I show you this yesterday? This is another very eerie thing that I want you guys to be aware of. Look at this.
Today I'm testing what looks to be the most realistic voice changer I've ever come across. It's a very impressive technology that can turn even my voice into,
for example, Morgan Freeman. I can just talk in this amazing voice, right? Or
maybe even Joe Biden. What's cool is that all the voices are community made. So people have made like
Massey from Overwatch. Or
Morty from my favorite show, Rick and Morty. There's also voices of celebrities, internet celebrities like
Mr. Beast. Put that in a burger.
And even Markiplier, which is pretty awesome. I'm having lots of fun with it, and it's free.
So you hear that, guys? It's free to be able to completely duplicate someone's voice. All you need is about 30 seconds of audio of them talking. Now they can duplicate your voice down to the T. So this is why I told you that the conversation gets a little bit tricky now, because you can basically create a whole narrative You can basically frame someone, and this is what they're giving to us as an average consumer. So this is again why another reason why I'm shadow banned. Another reason why I'm shadow banned, because I'm going to show you shit like this. Now this, I'm just telling you, no good can come from, and YouTube, listen very closely. No good can come from the technology where you can take someone's actual voice and duplicate that. There's no good that can come from their technology. And listen to how they paint it to you guys. Did you hear how they told it to you? They said, "Oh, it's fun." Think about it. You mean to tell me this billionaire, Elon Musk, hold on. So this billionaire, Elon Musk, he wants us to believe that he's out here working with technology because it's simply fun. And he just wants to make it free. Listen to this. It's free to the people to consume it. It's fun. We're still working on it. So you're still working on it, but you're introducing it. So you must know that it's going to be perfected at some point soon, because you're already introducing it. And the shit is so fluent that while you're talking, you can talk live into this thing, and it's going to transform your voice instantly into somebody else's voice.
Hey guys, is my morning routine as a single mom living in a
Damn. Listen to this.
Today I'm testing what looks to be the most realistic voice changer I've ever come across. It's a very impressive technology that can turn even my voice into...
For example, Morgan Freeman, I can just talk in this amazing voice, right? Or
maybe even Joe Biden. What's cool is that all the voices are community made. So people have made like
Messi from Overwatch or
Morty from my favorite show, Rick and Morty. There's also voices of celebrities, internet celebrities like
Mr. Beast. Put that in a burger.
And even Markiplier, which is pretty awesome. I'm having lots of fun with it, and it's free.
I'm having lots of fun with it, and it's free. Now, let me just put you in a world, okay? Let's do this, guys. Let me just paint this picture real quick for you. I've already shown you the videos where they can make your face into somebody else's face, or they can make your face do whatever. Now they can make your voice match the face in any video that comes out. You wouldn't even be able to tell. You don't believe me? Oh, of course. You're still doubting, aren't you? That's funny. Well, like I said, they can match your voice with your face and put out a video that you didn't even make. YouTube, I didn't make this video, and I hope to God Joe Biden didn't really say this.
You'll never be a real woman. You have no womb, you have no ovaries, you have no eggs. You're a homosexual man twisted by drugs and surgery into a crude mockery of nature's perfection. All the validation...
This is disgusting.
You'll never be a real woman. You have no womb, you have no ovaries, you have no eggs. You're a homosexual man twisted by drugs and surgery into a crude mockery of nature's perfection.
Mm. Mm. Mm.
Give a fuck, not a single fuck, not a single solitary fuck, 'cause I don't give a fuck, motherfucker. I don't give a fuck, not a single fuck, not a single solitary fuck, 'cause I don't give a fuck, motherfucker. I don't give a fuck, not a single fuck, not a single solitary fuck, 'cause I don't give a fuck, motherfucker. I don't give a fuck, not a single fuck, not a single solitary fuck, 'cause I don't give a fuck.
But wait, there's more. Hang on to your seat, baby, 'cause this one's a screamer.
You'll never be a real woman. You'll never be a real woman. You have no womb, you have no ovaries, you have no eggs. You're a homosexual man twisted by drugs and surgery into a crude mockery of nature's perfection. All the validation you get is two-faced and half-hearted. Behind your back, people mock you. Your parents are disgusted and ashamed of you. Your friends laugh at your ghoulish appearance behind closed doors. Men are utterly repulsed by you. Thousands of years of evolution have allowed men to sniff out frauds with incredible efficiency. Even trannies who pass look uncanny and unnatural to a man. Your bone structure is a dead giveaway. And even if you manage to get a drunk guy home with you, he'll turn tail and bolt the second he gets a whiff of your diseased, infected axe wound. You will never be happy. You wrench out a fake smile every single morning and tell yourself it's going to be okay. But deep inside you feel the depression creeping up like a weed, ready to crush you under the unbearable weight. Eventually it'll be too much to bear. You'll buy a rope, tie a noose, put it around your neck and plunge into the cold abyss. Your parents will find you, heartbroken but relieved that they no longer have to live with the unbearable shame and disappointment. They'll bury you with a headstone marked with your birth name, and every passerby for the rest of eternity will know a man is buried there. Your body will decay and go back to the dust, and all that will remain of your legacy is a skeleton that is unmistakably male. This is your fate.
Oh my God! Wow! Oh my God!
Again, YouTube, I didn't make that video and I don't agree with anything that was said in that video. I showed that video, YouTube. The only reason I showed that, the sole purpose I showed that video was for educational purposes, was to show how not cool to say anything like that is, and to show the technology that is now being used that can be used dangerously. I had to show an example of which we all know that was never said by Joe Biden, but to the untrained eye, this was an effortless video. Joe Biden, I saw a video on CNN that Joe Biden said this. I saw a video on CBS News that J-LEETHAL said that. Now, we will have to deal with those consequences. Again, YouTube, please don't give me no strikes because I didn't say that out of my mouth, and I'm not supporting that message. I'm showing how filthy this all is. All of this is moving into a very degraded state. And is this the reason why I'm shadow banned, YouTube? I'm starting to feel like this is the reason why I'm shadow banned because, again, I don't have any strikes, but you already know any given Sunday, somebody put that in the chat, any given Monday, goddamn, I can get a strike. So, who knows? Let's talk a little bit about this. Let's go back to this one again. I'll talk about it to the end of time. Till the end of time.
You, I get lost when I'm with you. How can us lose and miss the moment? You, I get lost when I'm with you. How can us lose and
we will have the discussion about the yoga pants and why, because the yoga pants, when I talk about the yoga pants, it's more than the yoga pants, right? What I'm talking about is the fact that these women have learned what makes a man tick, and they're utilizing it for nefarious purposes. And this is why we all need to be disciplined. This is why we all need to be disciplined, guys. I wanna learn from you all as well. What are some ways that we can go out into society and really implement some of these ideals that we're talking about tonight, or that we talk about all this time? Because look at this woman. Now just watch this video again, just in case anybody thinks this is just, oh, why are you always picking on the woman? Look at this woman and you tell me what she's thinking in her mind. Let's just be honest, guys. Like she's going out into the world like this. Like, again, are we going to have the conversation that men are perverts? Is that what's going on? Because yes, men are perverts. Okay, I'll give it to you. Men are perverts. So you dress like what? You're dressed like what? Men are perverts, and then you do what?
you, I get lost when I'm with you. How
it's not even about the booty no more. Bob, it's not even about the booty no more. Now it's about the vagina. They just went all out now. Now, remember, it used to be cleavage. What year was that, guys, when cleavage was the thing? How many fucking decades ago was that when cleavage, you know, you showed too much cleavage and, oh, she's promiscuous. What year was that? Because remember, there was a time when women did not want their butts to be big. So here's the question. Who is shifting the culture? Because if you go, I was watching I think the Will Smith show. I was watching the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air one time, and they were mentioning how somebody's butt was too big, like it was just a turnoff, like, oh, that big old butt, like it wasn't even, remember? And then I like big butts and I cannot lie. That was a thing. That had to become a thing. Because big butts were not like, oh my gosh, she's got a big old butt like that. That wasn't a thing. Not in the 90s. So it went from cleavage. Can y'all hear me? Let me read some comments, because I don't know why this fucking comment section be bugging like this. It went from cleavage in the 90s to now, maybe let's just say in the past 5 years, we've been focused on the booty, right? We've been focused on the booty, and now we're on to the vagina. We've passed up the booty altogether. Y'all hear me? Now you're not even worried about the pussy. I mean, the booty. Now you want to show off the vagina now. So we're going to have, again, I'm just introducing these ideas. I don't know how to set everything in stone. I don't know what we need to do with this information. This is why we're here. Because again, if you got a booty, you got a booty. It's not really about what you're wearing. If you got it, you got it. Like, look at this woman right
here. Hey, do you ever wonder, like, what is going on? I mean, like, do you ever, like, wake up or do something and you're just like,
Sensational.
So again, if you got it, you got it. Nobody's shaming women for their body. It's about a time and an appropriate place, because we have a society going on out here. We're trying to do something. It's all one relevant conversation. This is all I'm trying to say. Let me change the topic, because this is something I wanted to bring you guys last night, but I didn't have the time to do it. Let me talk to you about this real quick. Oh, let me show you this. Can you hear me?
A state inspector.
Put a 7 in the chat if y'all can hear me.
State inspectors are giving the Harris County grade once again.
ABC 13 anchor Chauncey Glover joins us.
with a look at the report just coming.
And Eric and Mel, now this story keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Inspectors spent this week at the jail found issues 13 investigators have been reporting.
Are giving the Harris State inspectors are giving the Harris County Jail. State inspectors are giving the Harris County Jail failing grade once again.
ABC 13 anchor Chauncey Clover joins us with a look at the report just coming into our newsroom. Chauncey.
And Eric and Mel, now this story keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Inspectors spent this week at the jail and found investigators have been on for months not been addressed. Now, according to the office, the jail staffers have been conducting visual checks on inmates within the required amount of time. Now, it also is for inmate jail, and there were also 2 instances where inmates did not receive their medication on time. Now, this report finding also overcrowding is still a major issue there. 1,000 inmates, and their average stay behind bars is about 200 days. The nation's average is just 30 days. The sheriff's office now has a month to draft a corrective action plan. Now, this all happening as 4 families grapple with the deaths of loved ones who died in the jail so far this year. Sheriff Gonzalez telling the overcrowd coupled with the staffing shortage is a major reason for all of this. Those will be.
Can y'all hear me? 7 in the chat if y'all heard that. This is an important conversation that, again, is another reason why I'm shadow banned. It's really frustrating. You know why it's frustrating? Because even though I love teaching, I know you know what's going on. You the certain stuff like that you didn't, like certain events you didn't know. I might be, putting certain connecting certain dots for you. But everybody I'm talking to in the chat, y'all already know what time it is. So this is why I'm like, I want a new audience. I want to be able to be heard by new people, because we need more people. We need people to hear about this. How about this? We need more people to hear about this. This is something that, but nobody cares, because I guess, look, this is what you're going to say immediately. This is the way that the system taught you. Nobody's going to care. Why? Why is nobody going to care about this story right here? Can anybody guess? I want to read some comments. Tell me, what are some of the things that people are going to say when they find out about this? What are some of the ignorant comments you're going to hear about this before I even read the story? Tell me. Because remember, it says here, the FBI is going to investigate the Harris County Jail following the death of 32 inmates. What is the average person, not the woke person, the average person, what are they automatically going to say? Mind you, this is not a, when I say a jail, this is not a prison. This is a county jail. Do you know the difference between a prison? I think Eminem said it one time. There's a place called heaven, a place called hell, a place called prison, a place called jail. Prison is different than jail. So I'm not even talking about the hardened Jeffrey Dahmer criminals. I'm talking about, nigga, if you let your parking tickets get outstanding, you might be in here. If you have one night where you were drunk and driving, not even drunk, just buzzed and driving slightly over the limit, you might be in here. So don't tell me anything about these people deserve to be in here and all this other stupid shit. This is the first thing I want to knock down, because this is what the Matrix is going to tell you. Much like when we bring out the stories of the single mother and you're already going to come to her defense, this is the same way when we bring out stories about police brutality, or in particular how they're mistreating people in the county jail. You're immediately going to say, well, you're going to come to the defense because you're a trained robot at this point. It says the FBI is going to investigate the Harris County Jail following the deaths of 32 inmates. Let's read about this, shall we? The FBI is going to investigate the Harris County Jail, which out here in Houston, Texas. I told you I spent 6 days in 2020. I spent 6 days in this godforsaken place. The FBI is going to investigate this jail following the deaths of 32 inmates. This is from February 15th, 2023. It says, following the death of 2 inmates at the Harris County Jail in Texas, the sheriff's office requested that the FBI launch an investigation into claims of federal rights violations. On Monday, FBI Houston said these investigations will be fair. Can you believe that? So the FBI, listen closely, I guess the FBI is going to investigate the police now.
Bitch, you better be joking.
The FBI is going to investigate the jail, and it's going to be fair, thorough, and impartial.
You're a stupid dumbass. Dumbass.
Fair and impartial, and will proceed independently of any state investigations involving accidents at the jail. To preserve the integrity and capabilities of the investigations, no details of ongoing process will be publicly shared. Isn't that fucking convenient?
Say something. Now you see now, you done fucked up in that told you.
Read the last paragraph. To preserve the integrity and capabilities of the investigations that the FBI will be doing on the police, no details of the ongoing process will be publicly shared. As a result of an investigation initiated by the Harris County Sheriff Ed Gonzalez, the FBI was contacted to investigate the deaths of Jakari Simmons. Somebody put that in the chat. I talked about him before. You guys remember Jakari Simmons? We talked about Jakari Simmons. They beat this man during a fucking blizzard in Houston, had him screaming in jail, beat his ass, dropped him on his head and all the other type of shit, and stripped him naked and put him in the cell. He died in the cell. He was only in that jail for 10 days. This is not, I'm not talking about prison where niggas be in there for 4 years. This nigga was in there for 10 days. From the moment he walked in there to the moment he died, it was 10 days. This is Jakari Simmons. Let's read more. It says here that as a result of an investigation initiated by Harris County Sheriff Ed Gonzalez, the FBI was contacted to investigate the death of Jakari Simmons in February 2021 and Jacoby Pillow in January 2023. Last week, I reached out to James Smith, special agent in charge of the FBI's Houston field office, to have his agents review the circumstances surrounding 2 men's death in our jail, because I want our community to fully trust our commitment to transparency and full accountability. Blah, 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 blah. Let's read the last paragraph. It's appalling that you would have 32 detainees. Can somebody put that in the chat? 32 detainees, and we know that the majority of the people in there are what color? 32 people have died in the Houston County Jail in a 14-month period. Can you do the math on that? How many niggas per month is that? Talk to me in the chat. How many niggas per month is that if you have 32 people die in 14 months.
Bitch, you better be joking.
Definitely more than a nigga a month. Actually, that's more than two. That's like 2.5 niggas a month. No, 2.5 niggas a month. Yeah. Right? I'm not good at math right now, but you're killing a lot of niggas in a short period of time. Remember, they're not supposed to be dying in the county jail. The county jail is not where you die at, or you're not supposed to. And look who's in charge of the investigation. Benjamin Crump.
Bitch, you better be joking.
You see the trick bag. Do you see how we're living in the Matrix? Guess who's in charge of it, Cha-Cha? Benjamin motherfucking Crump.
Bitch, you better be joking.
Let's read some more, because I think it gets a little bit more interesting than that. It says here, Harris County Jail records indicate that 21 inmates died in jail in 2021. Can somebody tell me that? 20 people in this year, and last year, 21 died, and in just a 14-month period, you had 32. You see that? 32 people died in 14-month period, and then you had 21 died in 2021. And attorneys report that at least 28 died in 2022. According to the press release, there are at least 4 deaths total in 2023. Listen to me, guys. As of February, you know how the months go, January, February? We're still in the second month. As of February, there are at least 4 deaths in 2023. That means they're still on track to kill the same amount of niggas. They're killing 2 niggas every month, at least 2 niggas every month. Because if we're in the second month and they've already killed 4 niggas, that means you're killing 2 niggas per month. On January 1st, Pillow, who was 31 years old, was arrested for trespassing, a misdemeanor. Early the following morning, listen to this, he was about to be released from the Harris County Jail on a $1,000 bond. He was about to be released. He just had a little misdemeanor trespassing charge. He was about to be released. This isn't a killer. This isn't a rapist or whatever you want to call it. This dude was arrested for trespassing for a misdemeanor. He could have been on just at a park for too late. He could have been at a park after the park closed. He got a misdemeanor trespassing charge. He was about to be released the next day on a $1,000 bond when he got into a quote-unquote fight with officers. I wonder what that means, which led to more charges. So he was about to get out of jail. He got into the fight with the officers. Now he got more charges. By the way, these officers are already understaffed, overworked. They don't want to be there. I told you before, the police officers don't want to be there. So now they're beating the prisoners even worse. According to the press release, Pillow was forcefully restrained, examined, and returned to his cell. On January 3rd, Pillow was found unresponsive in his cell and was pronounced dead at the hospital. We have credible reason to believe that Jacoby Pillow died from compression asphyxia from being restrained, similar to George Floyd. Grinkle said during Monday's press conference, we have all credible reasons to believe that there will be evidence he was beaten multiple times by corrections officers. Talk to me in the chat. Talk to me. There's evidence that this man, Jacoby Pillow, we haven't even talked about Jacoby Pillow. Somebody go ahead and find Jacoby. We're gonna find Jacoby Pillow's mugshot in his conversation later. This is after the brother we were talking about. This is something brand new. Jacoby Pillow, he was beaten multiple times by correctional officers. The jail stated that his death is currently the subject of a pending investigation. Now, this is one of the last ones I'm going to read you, and we're going to continue. In the press conference, Pillow's younger sister shared her experiences related to the situation as a former Harris County employee. Being a former employee in Harris County working for the pretrial services, I've literally witnessed correctional staff mistreat detainees. This is his little sister. The dude who died in jail, Jacoby Pillow, his little sister used to work for the Harris County jail. And she said, I've literally witnessed correctional staff mistreat detainees because they were in need of insulin for diabetes or other medical issues. And I've literally witnessed them being the reason for altercations taking place between them and the detainees. So you're getting your ass whooped. Remember, it said the dude, Jacoby Pillow, he was about to get out of jail, and then he got into a fight with the officers. Do you think these prisoners just want to get into a fight with the officers? They're trying to get the fuck out of there. He said these people are getting their ass beat because they need insulin shots. Among those Benjamin Crump represents are the families of Pillow, Carrie and Gavin Smith, Kristen Nicole Smith, who died from blunt force head trauma. Do you hear how these people are dying? These people are not dying from a heart attack. These people are not dying from sickness or just some random fucking hereditary disease. These people are dying from asphyxia. These people are dying from blunt force head trauma. Let's read the fourth paragraph. Despite conducting 73 interviews, the sheriff's office was unable to find any video of Simmons' fatal altercation on the 1,500 jail cameras. You hear that? They did 73 interviews and 1,500 jail cameras, and they still can't find the footage where he was getting his ass beat. Court documents say that Eric Morales is the first detention officer to be charged with the death of an incarcerated man in Harris County. The report alleges that he dropped Simmons on his head. Mind you, this brother, Jakari Simmons, was 130 pounds. Jakari Simmons was 130 pounds, and this officer is 250 pounds. He dropped Simmons on his head, kneed him in the head, struck his head against the door, and struck his head against the wall. Do you hear me? He did all that, dropped him on his head like he's just literally wrestling with this man. Like he's literally Stone Cold Steve Austin beating the fuck out of our black men in jail. And this is what you want us to subscribe to. Let me read you this last thing, and I'm going to finish that point. So this is the brother Jakari Simmons, but let's continue. It says here that according to reports, Simmons' death prompted an internal investigation by Harris County Jail, which resulted in the dismissal of all these officers and blah, 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 blah. So now they're acting like they're trying to investigate. Let me ask you guys in the chat. Do you think that they're trying to investigate? Is that what's really going on? They really want to investigate, huh? What do you think, guys? You think these people want to investigate, and this is why we're going to have to figure something else out. Unless you're fine with willingly living as a slave, we're going to have to find something else out. Because I'm not about, and imagine, I'm living in Houston, Texas. You already know I got some legal troubles going on. Am I supposed to play the game with these people? Did you hear what they said? I need to read some comments. Come on, talk to me in the chat. See, I told you I'm feeling under the weather. Y'all gonna have to help me out. It said 200 people. No, forgive me. It said the average stay in these county jails, average in America, is 30 days, right? The average person in county jail is, the average stay time in county jail is 30 days in America. In Houston, Texas, the stay time is 200 days. So let's just say you go to county jail because you had outstanding warrants or whatever the case for a ticket, or you left a party one night and you were drinking too much and you shouldn't have been driving. Now you're in county jail. The average person stays there 30 days in a normal county jail. In Houston County Jail, they're staying there 200 days before they even get out, before they even get court appearance, much less if you get a court appearance, because what they're doing is they keep on resetting the dates. So let's just say you're supposed to get a court date so you can get out of jail. Oh, by the time your court date comes 3 months later, now you have to get it reset, and they keep on resetting it. Now you're just sitting in jail for 6 months. That's not even part of your time. You're just sitting in jail waiting to go to court for 6 months. I'm not playing that game, y'all. This is the reason why I'm shadow banned in the first place. You get your head beat in for 200 days straight, Jay. How the fuck am I supposed, am I really supposed to do that? I'm supposed to survive getting my head beat the fuck in. You know, remember, some of these niggas are built for jail. I'm gonna just say that. I'm gonna tell the truth. Some of these niggas want to be in jail. Some of these niggas know how to be in jail. Some of these niggas love to make the little spreads in jail and other little jail food. Some of these niggas are not me. I need to move around. I don't need nobody knowing my motherfucking whereabouts. I don't want to have no roommate that I don't fucking know. I don't want a roommate that I do know. What the fuck make you think I want to? Come on, bro. And now we're finding out just how crooked this system is. They're being investigated. Why would I turn my... Listen, guys. These people are being investigated by the FBI, and it said that they failed. The FBI is investigating these people, but this is who I'm supposed to turn myself into. And in case you don't know why I'm talking about, yes, I told you a million times, I'm gonna tell you a million times, I'm not even gonna go into the story. I'm dealing with court drama over my kids. And I'm supposed to go to this motherfucking red man and allow him to put me in a cage where they're gonna drop me on my motherfucking head and ram me into the wall and all type of weird shit. Hell nah, come on guys. Let's be real. Let's be real. I'm gonna walk into there and let them ram me into the motherfucking wall. Come on, dog. Unless that's the will of the Most High God, unless God puts me there himself, I'm not doing that shit. Solo, you in this thing? We about to get out of here. I just wanted to come and talk to you guys tonight because it's not even a class. Really, it's just a quick little conversation. Like, why am I shadow banned? Do I suck? Because listen, even, okay, let's just say Tariq Nasheed. He says he's shadow banned. So here's the question, guys. Is somebody like Tariq Nasheed shadow banned? Dr. Umar shadow banned, right? Are there levels to the shadow banning? I'm trying to figure this out. Like, there's people that I watch on YouTube that have at least 50,000, 100,000, and they're spitting some real shit. So it must mean I suck then, right? Or are they allowing certain people to crack through based on what they know that they can? Like, what is the formula for the shadow ban? Jay, have you ever thought about this? What is the actual formula that I feel like someone is sitting there deciding, especially when you have a whole channel? Don't you know that you have to go through a whole process to get a channel? They're watching your shit. You have to upload and then it processes. They're watching your fucking content. You can't just You know how I know they're watching your videos? Because you can't just upload porno. Imagine you try to upload a porno onto YouTube. Immediately it gets flagged. It was seen. It was flagged. It was caught. Somebody is catching this shit. Somebody knows, hey, those are titties. You mean to tell a robot knows, hey, those are titties. That's an ass right there. We shouldn't be showing it. It's a person watching this shit. They have me shadow banned to the point where, depending on which phone you go on or which internet you go on, you can't even find me. What the fuck? You can't even find me. This is another one I wanted to show Solo Dolo last night. I already showed this video last night, but this one's for Solo Dolo.
He has been the one that has given me the confidence and the strength to be everything I am today.
Tonight, the father of 12-year-old Elena Smith is speaking out after she was found dead in her Lancaster County home last week. Thanks for staying with us. For Fox 43 News at 10, I'm Amy Lutz.
I'm Evan Forrester. Elena's father released a 15-minute video on YouTube expressing his sadness over his daughter's murder. As Fox 43's Matt Kleinhans explains, he hopes to carry on her legacy.
In an emotional YouTube video, Dwayne Smith is speaking out about the death of his 12-year-old daughter, Elena. Elena's body was found in her Columbia home on Friday, inside a basement freezer. Smith says she was a great student, friend, and sister, and the best daughter he could have asked for.
I'm never going to be the same. I'm dead inside.
39-year-old Jason Shackelford was arrested after admitting to killing Elena. Shackelford was the ex-boyfriend of Elena's mother. He is currently facing over a dozen sexual assault charges and homicide.
I want to thank the Columbia Police Department.
It's done literally 12 murder. These are bringing around the child. You understand that? And I've been having a conversation with some brothers, a particular brother that I work with. Shout out to Eric. Can y'all hear me? I know my internet's still fucking up as usual. Internet, come on, get right, bro. I've been talking to this brother named Eric at my job, and, you know, he's speaking a lot of real stuff. But maybe we just, I really believe we need to have these conversations, guys. We've had the conversation about black men doing better for a long time. And you don't make room for any of us that do better. That's the thing. You never make room for us that do better. So what is it really productive to constantly have a conversation about black men doing better if you're not going to adhere to the statistics? Here's another one. Here's another one I showed you last night that I just came across. Solo, this is another one that you missed, Solo. This is another staggering receipt right here. Look at the bottom paragraph. Look at the bottom paragraph. Black women are the only group of women out of all the women on this planet that have a higher divorce rate than marriage rate. Black women are the only group of women that have a higher divorce rate than a marriage rate. Black women are the only group of women on this planet that have that they get divorced more than they get married. I don't even know how that's possible. That math doesn't even make sense to me, but these are the actual facts that you can look up for yourself. We are the only, and now who's divorcing? Of course, you're divorcing. So now when you divorce again, the question is, what's the better outcome? Do you want the dad in the life, the actual dad who at least is the dad and is there, or are you gonna now bring some nigga in the house that's gonna do this to the kid? And look, the dad, the father was there, as we talked about. The father was there, but he was doing the co-parent thing. So again, it becomes frustrating because I don't know what else I can say about these things. What else can I tell you about co-parenting? See, if you gave me a national platform, then I could shake some shit up. Because I could introduce the conversation of co-parenting is bullshit. I could go on CNN and give the conversation on how co-parenting is bullshit. Then I could go on the Breakfast Club. I'll give a conversation on the fathers are not running away. That's a goddamn lie. Then I'll go on Oprah Winfrey's show and talk about how Barack Obama hasn't done shit for the black community. You see that? And then I'll talk about why is it that our children have to learn about the LGBT community and we'll basically be penalized if we do not want them to partake in that. All of these conversations are the same reason why I'm shadow banned. A reason why I do not have any new people. Hello out there. Are there any new people in the internet? Come on in here. I don't know why there's no new people on the motherfucking internet. There's nobody on the internet brand new. I love you guys, but where's the new engagement? What do I gotta show? What's this right here? Look at this, guys. This is another one. What do you think about this? Do you think this is a double standard, or should ladies just be able to have their fun? Look at this guy. He bought a this person said, that's what's wrong with society. Bitches nowadays can get the rose and fuck themselves with power tools and a hammer. But the moment I travel 80 miles to get the newly released Cyber Skin Elite that comes with 3D glasses, listen to this. This man is fucking a fake pussy with 3D glasses.
What?
I get the Cyber Skin Elite that comes with 3D glasses, Bluetooth controlled, and twerks on command for a cool $800. I'm a weirdo. Please make it make sense. Now, I told you I've been down bad, but I haven't been down this bad before. Please, Lord, never let me get down bad enough to spend $800 on a 3D pussy that twerks. Please, God, please. Don't ever let me get that down that bad. But it begs the question, why is this man a creep? If his girlfriend found this in the closet, let's just say that. This man's girlfriend was cleaning up and found this in the closet. Or he had this in his suitcase and it fell out in front of everybody, right? That would be embarrassing, but you would immediately call him, what names would you call a man that has a little vagina or a little butt, whatever the hell? What would you call this man? And the next question is, are you gonna call that man the same thing that you call this woman right here? Somebody put that in the chat. What's good for the goose is good for the gander. So are you telling me that you're going to call that woman the same thing that you're going to call the man with the pussy? And this is the conversations that they seem so immature to have these conversations, but it's all one conversation, really. It's all one conversation. You just don't realize it's all one conversation. And never in these conversations am I trying to shame anyone particularly, personally. And I'm not trying to absolve men of wrongdoing. I talk about men's wrongdoing all the time. Bryce says that the man with the pussy, the remote controlled pussy, the Bluetooth pussy, this is a weirdo. Okay, fair enough. Now, by society standards, maybe not by your standards, because you might be very fair, Bryce, and you're a fair gentleman, so you're probably going to say, yeah, she's a weirdo too. But by society standards, is she a weirdo? We're talking society standards. I want to know. By society standards, is this woman a weirdo? I'm gonna read some comments. Jay says, by society standards, this woman is not a weirdo. Now, let me ask you this. By society standards, what is this woman doing when she engages with these toys on her off time? What are some of the things that society says that this woman is doing? That's a normal woman by today's society standards. What is society? Okay, wait a minute. So this man is a weirdo right here, right? I just want to get this clear. This man is a weirdo because he has the suitcase pussy, right? The portable pussy. Somebody put that in the chat. He has the Bluetooth portable pussy. Okay, fair enough. He's a weirdo for the Bluetooth portable pussy. Now, what is she? What is society going to call her? Because remember, we know society calls him a weirdo. What is society going to call her? Come on, guys. Now we're getting to the meat and potatoes of it. Society says she's just expressing herself. Express yourself. Boom, 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 boom. Express yourself. Boom, 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 boom. And what did he say? And now I'm living in a whole. I used to know that song. Like rigor mortis. Damn, what was that song? Oh, ZZ's live. ZZ is live. Shout out to ZZ. Hold on.
She's pretty, but you don't look like her. LOL. Thank you. I don't think so either. I do appreciate that. But I don't see.
I wonder if ZZ can join my live.
And Keke Palmer. Those are like the top two I get. Keke Palmer and Nia Long.
ZZ, can you join my live? Look at ZZ.
I know Keke Palmer and Nia Long are like top two for sure. That's for sure.
Shout out ZZ, girl. Hey, listen, I was the one who believed in you.
Anyways, couple things. First of all, let me just get the lightweight stuff.
ZZ, I was the one who believed in you.
I know y'all watch Super Bowl.
I told ZZ she would have 20,000 subscribers. Now she has 23,000.5. ZZ has 23.5 thousand subscribers. I tracked her down and I had her on my channel when she had 4,000 subscribers. This is a fact.
It is what it is. I did tune in for the halftime show.
She had 4,000 subscribers, barely even whatever. I said, you're going to be a star. You're going to have 20,000 before no time. She was like, she didn't even really believe it like that. She wasn't even taking it seriously like that. I said, no. Hard on this motherfucker. She's at 25,000.
I did see some more particular FBAs talking about.
Look at that beautiful black woman. Don't tell me I don't fuck with black women. Look at this beautiful black woman.
I'm like, bro, she didn't do anything. She sang, she barely danced. She announced she was pregnant in the whack ass way. I'm sorry, it was not up to par.
I'm gonna ask her if she, there's some new thing on StreamYard where you can like join up with somebody on the stream. So I don't know if we can. ZZ, what up? Nah, she's already doing a live. She probably want to talk about something, whatever she want to talk about right now. But I was thinking about having ZZ on a live stream. Put a 7 in the chat if you would like me to have ZZ on live. I haven't had her on a live in a while.
Dancing. I think she had on heels. I think Beyonce had on heels during her performance.
I bet you she's gonna shout me out. Watch. I bet you she's gonna shout me out.
And she was singing life into the room. Okay, baby, it's you. Okay, awesome performance. 10 out of 10. Okay, that was Super Bowl worthy, and that was just at the damn VMAs. Rihanna's performance didn't compare to that at all. I'm sorry. We're not about to sit here and play. Y'all ain't about to play with me. Like, that performance was as good as y'all trying to make. It ain't about to happen. I'm sorry. It was lackluster. It was boring. The songs was all old. She performed.
She's talking about Rihanna at the Super Bowl.
Dance. You up here. She barely danced because she was pregnant, which is okay. I ain't gonna go on you like that. But I'm like, you could have brought Kanye out. It would have been perfect. It honestly would have been lit if you would have brought Kanye, I wouldn't have no place. Because Kanye going through all this stuff, it would have been like damn, that's it. She performed Turn Off the Lights, and then Turn Off the Lights, I think it's trending #1 or something. And it's Kanye's song. I'm like, you could have brought Kanye out. Jay-Z was there. Why didn't you bring Jay-Z out? She brought a song. She did a song that she had with Jay-Z. She performed with her song. You didn't bring nobody out? Bring A$AP out. What the hell? I don't even rock with A$AP like that. But you could have brought that nigga out. I'm just saying, bring somebody out if you ain't gonna do nothing but stand there and sing and rub your belly, so you know we pregnant. You could have did something. Whatever. Anyways, also besides that, she also did this Vogue. I don't know why people feeding this illusion. It gotta be bots. It gotta be NPCs. Gotta be NPCs at this point. Gotta be, because we really acting like people really up here trying to defend this nonsense. Y'all see this? Have y'all seen it? People are really acting like that we don't see what we see. Shout out to Dr. Boyce Watkins. He posted this. I seen somebody else on Twitter post this too. Why are we acting like this is not egregious? Look at this. Are we really about to, y'all not gonna act like what I see? A$AP looks like a single mother. What are we doing right now? She's literally leading him and the baby. He literally looks bigger than him in this picture, and that's on purpose. She's literally striding. Look at his pose. Look at how he's like bent slightly, like he's just slowly walking, and she's striding. You see how strong her leg look? Look how she's striding, like she's leading the damn pack or leading the pride. Are y'all really trying to sit here and say this ain't agenda? Are we really about to sit here and act like this ain't? People really up here like, oh, y'all just want to feed into anything. Y'all want to act like, oh, y'all just everybody trying to emasculate black men. Oh, y'all just want to.
I love you, ZZ.
He's holding the baby, like she's literally. She looks like.
I love ZZ. I love ZZ. Period. I'm riding for ZZ. I'ma stick beside her. You hear me? Don't you come for ZZ, cause I'm the bodyguard. You hear me? Let me see what we got. What we got in the chat, y'all. What y'all talk about in the chat, man? Mudlark. Let's see what you talk about, Mudlark. Hi, Jay. I don't think you're shadow banned because I always get notifications for your live streams. Huh, interesting. Let me see, I'm trying to fix this. Mudlark says hold on. Sorry. Mudlark says that she always gets my notifications. That's interesting. A lot of people said they haven't been getting my notifications recently. But Mudlark, I'm not necessarily talking about shadow ban from the people who's already subscribed to me, because, hey, you're subscribed to me, you might get my notifications sometimes you might not, right? I'm talking about shadow ban from new people. Mudlark, I remember you were in one of these streams a long time ago when I was staying in these apartments, and the apartments next to the ones I was staying at caught on fire. Mudlark, do you remember that live stream where the apartments caught on fire and I was coming home from work and there was a big ass fire? And I remember you left a comment a long time ago and we were talking about, because I said I can't really cook that well. And me and you were laughing because you said you can't really, you're not a great cook as well either. And this was at least 3 years ago. I remember every single comment for years. Y'all hear me? I remember every single comment for years. So Mudlark has been watching me for a few years. But what I'm talking about is exactly, Mudlark, you're getting my alerts because you've been following me for years. I'm talking about new people on the chat. Hold on one second. Give me 1 second. Mudlark, do you understand what I'm saying? When I say shadow banned, what I'm talking about is I'm banned to the shadow realm. Can you understand that? When you're shadow banned, you're banned to the shadow realm. That means if you already have, whoever's already in the shadow realm, whoever knows about you, yeah, they're gonna know about you. But no new people are gonna just find you. Do you understand? This is what makes it so dangerous. Thank you for understanding. This is what makes it so dangerous. No new people can find me. So have you ever heard there's a, I know you're out there in the UK, Mudlark, but out here particularly in the Black American community, or just in the American community, it's called preaching to the choir. You know, this is when the pastor is preaching to the choir. Basically, the pastor doesn't need to preach to the choir because the choir is always there anyway. The choir already knows all the pastor's messages because they're always there during rehearsal. They're there during every Sunday service. The pastor doesn't need to preach to the choir. The pastor needs to preach to the other people, the new people. Hold on 1 second. The preacher doesn't need to preach to the choir. Duh. Think about it. I need new people. This is the reason why I say I'm shadow banned, because a lot of people on YouTube, they put out a video and then you read their comments. It's people who just now found their video, people who just now found their channel, brand new people. You got, like, they're just getting recommended. They're getting new comments every hour. Think about it. You see these random YouTube videos, they have a 1.2 thousand comments. Don't you think that's crazy? And then the answer must be what? It has to be one of two answers. Either I'm shadow banned or I suck. I can accept if I suck, but I need to figure out how and why. What am I doing wrong when these motherfuckers are on? You ever seen a mukbang? Hold on. Something in the chat, a mukbang. Have y'all ever seen a mukbang? Somebody put that in the chat, mukbang. I wish my internet would move faster. You know, it'd probably be better if I just showed you on my. I'll be trying to share my screen like a regular YouTuber. This shit be taking too long. Let me see. I might as well try to show you on here. Do y'all know what a mukbang is? Have y'all ever seen a mukbang? Talk to me. This one here is from 1 day ago. 105,000. Look at this. Fat is just eating 1, 4, 6, 7, 8 bottles of pasta. 105,000 views in 1 day. Look at this one. Look at stupid shit. Look.
Hello everyone, back to another company, and today I have a huge seafood long. I have king crab legs, mega prawns, I have red shrimps, I have lobster tails, corn, and oxtails. I have my Alfredo sauce and my Cajun butter sauce. You know some hungry, right? Come with me out.
Do y'all see this? Put a 7 in the chat. You're watching this shit. Video has how many views? Thousands upon thousands. Look at her mouth. Look at her. Look at her. Look at her mouth. Talk to me in the chat. Talk to me in the chat. Cha-Cha, do you see that? How does this woman have, look how many views this video has. This video has 308,000 subscribers. Hear that. This is the matrix you're living in. This woman has 389,000 subscribers. She doesn't say shit. She just stuffs her face until she's full with seafood. 389,000 subscribers. And you mean to tell me I can't even have 1,000 subscribers? She has 389,000. I can't have 1,000? So you mean to tell me whatever I'm doing, these 5-hour live streams, all these receipts, all this data, all this evidence, all this groundbreaking information, and you mean to tell me I'm not even good enough for one? I understand if I suck, guys. It's one thing to suck, but if I sucked, I would have 1,000, 2,000, you know what I mean? Because I've been doing this for at least 5, 7 years. And this channel alone, two years, all of this content, just for the fact that I have so much content, I should have a few thousand subscribers just off the fact that the algorithm is, I'm putting out too many videos. They literally have me in a fucking house with something over my head. Talk to me in the chat. Talk to me in the chat, y'all. What is the point? And to me, the point is people like Cha-Cha. Cha-Cha sent me a Cash App the other day. Let me read my Cash App. Because I don't really go on it until I like really need it or whatever the case. Sometimes I have to send my son a little Cash App or something. I've been having a better relationship with my son lately. All praise be to the Most High God. It's still not perfect, but I'm gonna be there for them. Cha-Cha sent me a $10 Cash App the other day. For Jay, I wish I had more, but I had to drop something. That's some real shit. You see that? That's real love. Somebody put that in the chat. Real love. Oh, I'm searching for. I wish this camera would stop doing that shit. Hold on. Come on. I'm searching for a real love. Someone to give my heart to. That's what it's about. I got a $10 Cash App from Cha-Cha. And guess what? That's because she loves me and I love her. But guess what? Imagine if I had 10,000 subscribers. And it's not, it is about them at that moment. Because that would mean the same people. You don't think there's other people out there like Cha-Cha? You don't think there's other people out there like Mudlark? Mudlark is way in the UK. I don't even know how Mudlark ever found my channel. Shout out to my people in the UK, Chocolate Melanin, Eliza Ford, all my people in the UK, Mudlark. You don't think there's other people like Mudlark out here? You don't think there's other people like Solo Dolo out here? They wouldn't be similar to them in the fact that they resonate with me and they would want to support me, encourage me. So if I had 10,000 subscribers, that would be so much more fuel that we can do something with. This person might be an architect. This person's an engineer. This person knows how to do that. This person knows how to do that. We can start making actual moves. That's the problem. That's when we become dangerous. This is the reason why I'm shadow banned, because I'm literally doing activism on YouTube. What do you think that blackface stuff was? Did y'all ever see my blackface video? What do you think that blackface video was? You thought I was just, what, having fun? That was literal activism in the flesh, 2017. In 2017, we were literally doing activism. And this is the reason why YouTube saw me. They said, oh, hell no, we got to get this nigga off the platform. And then once they got me off the platform, they thought I would stop. But they didn't know I had already grown an audience of real people who love me, and they're gonna be searching for me. And they know if I get my channel deleted, I'm not just gonna stop. So when I started my new channel, they found me. Like we talked about Mami Rica yesterday, she found me. She hasn't found me in like 2-3 years, about 2 years since I started this channel. She found me recently. She was like, J-Lee, what up, what up, what up? This is the reason why I'm shadow banned. You mean to tell me, man, look at this. Hold on. Let's go back to the mukbang. Somebody put that in the chat. Let's go back to the mukbang. Y'all see this? 20 views, 115,000. Look at this shit right here, y'all. Look at this mukbang, guys. Put a 7 in the chat if you can see this mukbang. Right here. Look at me. 3.9 million views in a month. Look at it. Hold on.
Ramen noodles. These are extra noodles for extra calories, for extra. These things. Stealing from the poor and the needy. Hey, listen here, America. Stop. Because they like colors, these twins.
This shit is taking forever. Fuck that. Fuck that. Can y'all hear me? I like sharing my screen, but that shit is be taking forever. It should be pissing me the fuck off. Talk to me in the chat. Is this the reason why I'm shadow banned? Because I'm not doing this dumbass shit? Do I gotta get a bunch of food and shove it down my fucking throat to get 1,000 subscribers? Thank you, Cha-Cha. I love you too. But Cha-Cha, tell me in the chat if you could imagine putting up so many hours and effort and blood, sweat, and tears into your craft, and then you're being pigeonholed to where only 20, 30 people can see you. Tell me how you would feel. I mean, I know you guys appreciate me. I really, and I appreciate you very much, but you have to understand my vision. We have to have this conversation on a global scale. That's why I'm never going to be satisfied until this conversation is had on a global scale, until we have the conversation for all these receipts that I'm bringing up. And when I say the receipt king, I'm not bringing up the receipts so that I'm the one that you give credit to. To be fair, I would rather all the receipts that I've ever brought out, as long as they can make it to the mainstream and they can be argued in the same way that I would argue them, I don't even have to be credited for this shit. If you can promise me that you're gonna bring out these receipts and argue this shit the way that it needs to be argued, I'll step down. You don't even have to know who the fuck J-Lethal is. But the problem is, very few people, if any, are actually bringing it to you how I'm bringing it to you. So the question is, why am I shadow banned? Remember I told you Stephen A. Smith makes $8 million a year. Think about that, y'all. Stephen A. Smith makes $8 million every single year to talk about LeBron James, but I can't even get 1,000 subscribers. But you can't tell me that there ain't subscribers to go around. These videos got 300 and 400 and 500, 600,000 just shoving your face with burritos. You mean to tell me that I can't get no views? That's not weird to you? So the answer is either I suck or I'm shadow banned. So now, since I'm shadow banned and everybody in the chat said I'm shadow banned, who's doing it, guys? Is it a computer or is it people? Can you hear me? Mudlark, you're not an unemployed bum. You're just not working and, you know, you're just vibing out right now. A bum is a mind frame. Mudlark, a bum is a mind frame. Are you leeching off of people and never plan on paying them back and out here just doing whatever? No, you're not a bum. That's a mind frame. You could be $1 million bum. Did you know that? You don't have to be homeless or unemployed to be a bum. You could be $1 million bum. A bum is a mind frame. This is why I'm homeless right now. And you can't find one piece of clothing on me that's torn up or dirty. The moment my shit get torn up or dirty, I throw that shit away. I do not wear dirty clothes, torn up clothes, fucked up clothes, and I'm homeless. I'm drinking Avion water and I'm homeless. So don't be too hard on yourself. But for some reason, I'm not getting too many comments. Oh, let me invite one of you guys. I forgot about that. That's what I was gonna do too. Let me invite one of you guys to call in just in case. I know you guys be scared to talk to me. I have no idea why. I have no idea why you guys love me so much, but you're scared to call in. You don't have to show your face. You just have your voice on there. And if you're scared about the government knowing who you are, the government already knows who the fuck you are. You might as well shake them up a little bit. How about somebody call in and tell me why the fuck J-Lethal is shadow banned? Anybody? Bueller? Ferris? Bueller? Anybody want to tell me why the fuck I can't have 1,000 subscribers? I feel like that's really, once I have that, I'm going to probably still complain that I need 5,000, then I need 10. But if I'm being very honest, I should have 10,000 subscribers, guys. If I'm being very, very, very humble. That's extremely humble compared to some of the people that I see that are doing less than the fuck I'm doing. Okay? I've had interviews with people that, remember the interview I had with the woman who was spit on? And they gave by that white woman during the COVID-19. This white woman spit on this black sister in the middle of the pandemic and ran off with a baby attached to her, and the judge let her go for free off some anger management courses. I'm the one who tracked that sister down and secured the interview. It's still on my channel. That's revolutionary journalism. You mean to tell me I can't have 1,000 motherfucking subscribers? Why? Because right now I got 430 subscribers, and among those, I have people like Cha-Cha sending me $10. I have people like James Lee sending me $7.77. Look at this. Shout out to my brother James. Look at this. James Lee sent me $7.77. You see that? Somebody call in and tell me why I'm shadow banned.
This is absolutely ridiculous and disgusting. I can't believe we have mothers teaching their kids this type of crap. Here we go. Trigger warning.
If your daddy ain't shit, clap your hands. If your daddy ain't shit, clap your hands. Yeah!
First of all, this is not even cute. This is not a flex. This is nothing to even be smiling about. This little boy is going to endure a lot of trauma growing up because of this woman right here that he unfortunately has to call his mother. This is absolutely ridiculous. Stop it.
Is this the reason why I'm shadow banned? What's the shadow ban about? Why am I shadow banned, guys? What about this?
Amir Reep and Jocelyn Wint have maintained their innocence from the start, despite accusations from a woman who said both raped and kidnapped her in 2020. During their trial, cell phone video was played where the accuser was heard saying the sex was consensual.
I don't think that mattered. I think what mattered was the testimony. They heard from his accuser, and they heard from Amir, and they heard from Jocelyn. And jurors are fantastic at discerning credibility, and they did that here.
3 years later, a jury found both men not guilty of the crimes.
It's a great feeling. Kind of hard to put into words, but great would be a cool.
The fact that they embraced me after the fact, showing me how much they cared, and you know, they had sympathy for me and they understood that the predicament that I was in was a bad one.
The accuser, who asked her testimony not be filmed, testified Reep forced her to have sex and she had no opportunity to say no. She also said Reep pinned her in place while Wint forced oral sex on her. Wint's attorney questioned why prosecutors took the case to trial.
And given her incredible inconsistencies with what she told the police, what she told OSU, what she told Judge Skeens, I couldn't even believe that they indicted this matter.
Both players say waiting 3 years to hear the words not guilty wasn't easy, and they say now that the case is over, they plan to continue their football careers and their education.
It's very overwhelming. I didn't know what to think. I didn't know where my life was going. And I was very confused, you know, and I didn't know what to do because I couldn't progress in my life.
Now, Reep and Wint were both dismissed from the OSU football team when they were charged. The Franklin County prosecutor declined to comment on the verdict. Reporting live downtown, Kevin Landers, 10 TV News.
Y'all see that? Again, somebody has to give the news that the news doesn't show. These two football players were accused of sexual assault by a young lady, and then it took 3 years to prove that they were innocent. Now, in that 3 years, they got cut from the football team. They were supposed to get drafted and possibly to the NFL. That's stopped now. And the woman who accused them of this sexual assault, she's not going to jail. So again, until we can start really have some fair conversations, I don't really give a fuck about the police. Can y'all hear me? I'm about to get out of here because I just came for a quick conversation to see if anybody had anything to add to the conversation. But like I said, until we can actually have some real justice, I don't give a fuck about the police. I'm sorry my internet be fucking up. Let me see what else we got. So what y'all think, man? Am I maybe should I? It's like, yeah, I know you guys don't want me to quit, and I'm not gonna quit, but I mean, if we're gonna have a small class like this, we have to make it powerful and potent. We're gonna have to figure out some new ways to get this shit off the ground, y'all. Maybe you guys could send me your email. How about this? I'm gonna put my email in the chat. Can y'all hear me? I'm gonna put my email in the chat. This is my personal email in the chat right here. I want you guys to email me Can y'all hear me? I want you guys to email me with your email or your personal number so that I can send you a text when I'm gonna go live, or even better, we can start cultivating something offline. Because let's just be real, we've already been having these classes for many moons, actually a couple years now. So at this point, we have to start making stuff physical. This is why I'm gonna start coming out with merchandise and stuff like this. We're gonna have to move forward, because if they're not gonna give me a big audience, we're gonna have to do something with the audience that we do have. Would you agree with me there? Let me see if I have some other receipts to read. I know I got a lot of receipts. Like for instance, here's another receipt right here. Hold on, let me get this out the way. There's another receipt right here. You guys said, how did you guys, well, we'll talk about that later. Here's another receipt right here. Look at this. Cha-Cha, this grandmother of 11 grandchildren, she died recently from a BBL. She's a grandmother. Imagine your grandmother dies from a BBL. You can't even have a proper funeral. You gotta lie about how your grandma died. How did my grandma die? Hypertension. Damn, your grandma died. She was only 49. What happened? She had high blood pressure. You gotta lie about your grandmother's diabetes. You gotta put diabetes. You would rather your grandmother die from a train wreck than die from a BBL. You gotta say, oh shit, she was hit by a goddamn flying saucer. Yeah, a flying saucer, what? Your grandmother was literally killed by a flying, like you're talking about an alien? Yes, the flying saucer. My grandmother was killed by that. You would rather say that than your grandmother died of a goddamn BBL. But yet and still, here we are. Look at this one right here. The Florida Board of Medicine has reached a settlement with the Miami plastic surgeon who botched a Brazilian butt lift surgery preceded the death of a 47-year-old Indiana woman. The physician walks away with a $10,000 fine. You hear this? This grandmother of 11 grandchildren. And you know, the father and the grandfather isn't ever there. So if something happens to the mother, they were going to go with the grandmother. But now she's not here. And the physician who botched her surgery, he walks away with the $10,000 fine, which is a cost of the investigation, and a mandated 1-hour lecture on the safety and possible complications of such procedures. On Friday, February 3rd, the full board of the Florida Board of Medicine voted on the penalty to the New Life Plastic Surgery's Dr. Oliver Simmons for his part in the death of Tanisha Walker, who died after having a gluteal, what is this called? She had a, a gluteal fat grafting surgery. In other words, a BBL. And she had 11 grandchildren. Now she's dead. And it's like, who's going to have these? The news, like I told you, the news is not going to have the conversation. The news is just going to report on her death. Do you understand the difference of what I'm doing here? The news is literally just going to report her death. That's it. That's very different than what I'm doing with my channel. I'm trying my best to prevent things in the future by using instances, current events, and the news to gain a further level of clarity and understanding moving forward about our culture and our society as a whole in general. See, the news is just going to keep on bringing you shit after it happened. What good is it to tell me some bad news after it happened? And this is another thing. You don't be mad at the news. You're mad at J-Lethal for bringing you this shit but you're not mad at the news. The news doesn't have no good stories. At least sometimes I bring you some good stories. Some nice feel-good stories. I bring you some balance. The news is always talking about some bullshit, but yet they're called journalists. Mudlark gotta go back to bed. It's all good. I'm about to get out of here anyway, Mudlark. We're about at 3 hours and my internet keeps fucking up. Yeah, imagine your grandma dies from a BBL. You gotta tell them, yeah, she had pre-existing conditions. She had some shit. She didn't die from a BBL. The last thing you want your grandmother to die from is literally a BBL. That's probably literally the last thing that you want your grandmother to die from. You would rather your grandma die in a fucking car accident than a BBL. Something completely preventable. You waited till you were what? 60? To get that ass transferred? And now the question becomes, who are they doing it for? Here's one of the last questions I always wanted to ask, and I'm going to ask you guys before I get out of here. Who are these women getting the BBL for? Men, other women, or themselves? There's only those three possibilities. Are women getting the BBL for men? Whether that means to get men to lust after them, or that means to get men to spend the bag on them. They're trying to secure a baby daddy. They're trying to secure a athlete. So is it the men that the women are getting the BBL for? Is it other women? In other words, they want to feel better than other women. They want other women to be jealous of them. In other words, that still kind of goes back to men, because the only reason why a woman will be jealous of another woman because of her body is because she knows that men are going to be looking at that body. So it still goes back to men. Or are you doing it for, like, you tell me, you're doing it for yourself? You mean to tell me if you were the last person on earth, you would still get a BBL? You think the last woman on earth would get a BBL? That's kind of like saying the last man on earth would make sure that he always has a haircut. Let's just be real. Do you think the last man on earth would give a fuck about how his hair looks? He's gonna be constantly making sure he gets a fresh lineup and a shape up every week if he's the last man on earth. No. You're doing it for somebody. Even if it's to maintain your reputation amongst everybody. But what is the BBL for? Cha-Cha says the BBL is for other women and trying not to get old. Explain that to me, Cha-Cha. Talk to me in the chat. Cha-Cha, would it be too much for you to call in? You don't have to show your face, but you could just give us. Would that be too much to ask for you to give us 7 minutes of your voice to explain why these women are possibly getting BBLs? Maybe you could give us some clarification. You said getting old. Does that have anything to do with Erykah Badu? Cha-Cha, you might be cooking. I'm just saying, Cha-Cha, listen. I know you might not want to call in, but because you're shy, but you might be cooking. You might be onto something. Is it that these women don't want to get old like Erykah Badu? She's 52 years old. Now she still wants her booty to be the same like her daughter. And now they getting BBLs and showing off their booty in yoga pants. Can you talk to me about this BBL yoga pants thing? I can't call because I have mixed company. Have no idea what that means, but I'll support you. I have no idea what it means to have mixed company, but I'll support you. In this woman's case, the woman with the BBL who died, the grandmother of 11, think about it, 11 black children are not going to have their grandmother. Guys, do you know why 11 black children are not going to have a grandmother? It's not because high blood pressure. It's not because diabetes. It's not because COVID-19. It's not because of drive-by shooting. It's not because racism. 11 black children are not going to have a grandmother because of a goddamn BBL surgery.
What?
11 children are not going to have a grandmother. And you know the father's side of the family, the father's mother is not there because the father's not there. So a lot of these black children, the only grandmother they know is their mother's mother. And like I told you, if something happens to the mother, like we see all the time in the stories, they go live with the grandmother. Now she's dead because she wanted to live the hot girl lifestyle. Let's see what Cha-Cha said. Cha-Cha says, in this case, she's a grandmother, so she still wanted to look young. Look young to who, though, Cha-Cha? You never explained it. Is she wanted to look young to men? Does she want to look young to other women? Or is she want to look young to herself? In other words, would she get that BBL to look young if she was the last woman on earth? Who is she trying to look young for? Is she trying to get some man? Is she trying to get other women to believe that she's young too? Talk to me. We need to just explore this. Too many of our women are dying from this BBL surgery. And on top of that, what are they getting it for in the first place? Let's not even talk about the fact that they're dying from it. Let's talk about the fact, why are they doing it in the first place? I believe it's to get the bag. That's my personal hypothesis. It's to, ultimately, they think they're going to get a bigger bag. What do you think? Any ladies want to call in and let me know anything about these yoga pants? Do you agree or disagree with me? How about that? Let's have this. Shout out to the amazing Lucas. This last 30 minutes, we're going to have disagreement day. Shout out to the amazing Lucas. Minutes, we're going to have disagreement day, or fuck it, agreement day. But in particular, we're talking about the yoga pants. The yoga pants and the BBL. We know what you're doing it for. Don't tell me you're exercising and it's just convenient. Don't tell me that. We know what's going on. So the question is, in particular, the BBL. Who is it being done for? I want to know. Call in. Let me read what you're saying in the chat. Okay, let me go back. Mudlark said, I have to go back to bed. It's 4:27 a.m. here. Sorry about that. Bye. Good night, Mudlark. Cha-Cha says they're trying not to get old, so they go get a BBL. Bryce says a lot of these women be going down South America and the Dominican Republic getting that surgery. Yeah, and they fucking, and some fucking Ricky Ricardo, somebody put that in the chat. You go down, you went all the way to the Dominican Republic for Ricky Ricardo to stuff cement into your fucking ass. How many stories have we seen? And I don't even want to pull up the receipts because they're just fucking disgusting, where the woman's ass is literally leaking pus. You got cement and cocking agents in your ass. This nigga filled your ass up with whipped cream or whatever the fuck he put into your ass, cottage cheese into your ass. But because you went to the Dominican Republic, and look how a lot of our women are. These women will trust a doctor that they can't even hear their language. You don't even know Spanish. You just heard that your homegirl got a big old booty from the Dominican Republic, so now you want to go. Again, who is it for? Let's break down the psychology. I believe it's for other men. Yes, you want other women to be jealous of you too. I get that, but it's ultimately because you know the man is the holder of the resources, and if you can control that man, you can control the resources. It's really primal when you think about it, because let's just be real. Animals are the same way. Like animals, the men animals are always trying to get the woman animal. The woman animal is always acting a certain way. It's all psychology. It's just that human psychology, we have an advanced psychology, if you will. So now we can manipulate our nature somewhat. Whereas the animals, they have these mating calls and these mating rituals, and they have to prove their dominance to mate with the opposite sex. And that's why you see the rams, they run their head together. You ever seen the ram their head together when they're trying to fight for the woman? And then you got this other kind of animals that, like the peacock, that shows their feathers to attract this other bird. You got this little lizard that turns bright green and that attracts the mate. There's different type of ways that animals already interact with the opposite sex, but in human nature, can y'all hear me? In human nature, we're the only ones that's manipulating the shit. So this is one of the manipulations, the BBL and the yoga pants. That's one of the manipulations. I know. You want to say that you're just comfortable. It is comfortable. But then you have to admit that there is a portion of women, let's just be fair. There is, of course, a portion of women who just wear these sweats. It's just comfortable. I get it. But how many percentage, let me ask you guys this before I go. What percentage of women are wearing clothing with the intention of being provocative and with the intention of being lusted after?
You, I can lose when I'm with you. How can us lose and miss the moment you?
You see how she's looking back. Her behind is facing the camera. Then she looks back to make sure that you're looking and to make sure that her butt still looks good, like how it looks in her mind. Like, okay, I still have this butt, right? You got to constantly look at your butt. That's why a lot of these videos, they do the most, whatever you would call beautiful Instagram women, they always got to make sure and look back. Oh yeah, it's good, right? I got it. And then they get a boost of confidence when these niggas are all in the comment section telling them about how oh my God, this and that and the third. It's just madness, guys, and we will never have our power like that. You will never have your power just like, oh my God, blah, 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 blah. You think she really reading your comment?
You, I can lose when I'm with you. How can us lose and miss the moment you?
And then you're gonna say, oh, it's just an innocent video. It's just an innocent outfit. You're gonna call me the perverted one for saying, I see what this woman is doing. And you know these niggas out here. These niggas do not give a fuck about what I'm talking about. Somebody put that in the chat. Can y'all hear me? Pookie and Ray Ray, and not even Pookie and Ray Ray, the average man doesn't give a fuck what I'm talking about right now when I say we need to try to discipline ourselves, even though it's incredibly tempting or whatever the case. We need to discipline ourselves. We need to show restraint. We need to make her respect you. You niggas try to make them respect you with your fucking status or your dollars or your fucking car or whatever the case. That's not the case. These women are divorcing Dr. Dre. They divorced Bill Gates. They divorced Jeff Bezos. You ain't shit with your little fucking Ford Expedition, your Ford Excursion, nigga. Your little fucking your fucking Charger. They don't give a fuck about that. They'll divorce your ass and move the fuck on off of a DM. All you gotta get is a DM from Drake. First of all, Drake DM anybody and they're just going off of pure curiosity. So let's just keep it fucking funky and real, okay? As men and as black men in particular, we have to, look, I'm gonna tell you on a side note, I'm gonna say like this, and I told you guys before, we need our own language. Wait, 90%, what was the question I asked again? Oh, I asked you, what percentage of women are wearing clothing to be provocative specifically? They're not wearing clothing. You see right now it was cold, so I'm wearing a sweater. You're supposed to wear clothing appropriate for the weather and appropriate for when I go to sleep. I guess I put on pajamas. Can y'all hear me? I hate this fucking internet. When you go to sleep, you put on pajamas. There's a certain, so I'm asking, what percentage of women are wearing clothes to be provocative as opposed to, oh, it's just comfortable. Oh, I'm just going to Target. Jay says 80, Solo Dolo says 90. There's a few people in the chat, but I guess nobody wants to answer these questions. Cha-Cha says, a lot of these women want to be lusted over by men and to be the baddest bitch, quote unquote, over other women, I guess. Okay, let's explore that. So it's a double-edged thing, right? They're doing these things to be lusted over men, and also in the process, since you're being lusted over the man, you are now the baddest bitch over the other women who are not as lusted by the man, right? So if there's a party, or let's just say there's a strip club and this is the baddest stripper there, she's getting the most money, she's getting the most attention, she's the baddest bitch there. Now the other girls are going to start saying, what makes this woman so popular? Oh, it's the ass. This is what all the men are saying. All the men love her ass. So let me go get an ass. Do you see how the men are still in charge of this shit? Jennifer, do you see how the men are still in charge? Because you go to the strip club and who gets the most attention is based off of the men. Then the women start trying to be like the baddest bitch. Like Cha-Cha said, this is a black woman saying this. You want to be the baddest bitch? Why? I heard all the men lusting over her over there, and they kept talking about her butt. And I have a flat butt, so let me go get a butt. You see how that immediately translates to the bag? Because now, from the man set the demand. The other women, they all follow what the man wants, and the baddest bitch has what the man wants. So the women follow what the bad bitch has that the man wants, because she ultimately wants the attention from the man or the resources from the man. So this is why it's all back to us. She says the rationale behind the BBL and the yoga pants. Jennifer, would you like to call in? You're a black woman. You don't have to show your face. You can call in, let us know what you think about Erykah Badu. Let us know what you think about this grandmother with 11 grandchildren who died of a BBL surgery. I want to talk specifically about black women and this BBL, this butt. What is it for? And then not only that, we're talking about the whole let me just dress provocatively, but then let me not act like I'm gonna get people showing me this sexual attention. What's that about? Why do you want to dress provocatively and then act like you don't want the sexual attention? Let's just be very honest. If you're dressed like a Muslim, I mean, I'm not telling you to dress like a Muslim with your face covered. You know the Muslims that only show their face like that? I'm not asking you to do that, but do me a favor. Go on Friday, Saturday night, dressed in your little freakum dress and see how you're approached. And then go Friday, Saturday night, dressed like a Muslim with only your eyes showing. Tell me how many people try to catcall you and pull up on you and run up on you when you're dressed like that. And then you're going to see that, yes, your attire does dictate to a large degree how you are perceived and how you are reacted to in this society. And that's just the sad point. Here's the thing. I can't wear my hoodie. I can't walk around like this in certain neighborhoods. You know why? Now I can. Somebody talk to me in the chat. I have every right, just like the women have every right to wear what they want to wear. But me as a black man, I have every right to put my hood on right here. This is my hood. I paid for it. It's my hoodie. It's on my head. I have every right. But if I go into certain neighborhoods dressed like that, what do you think happens? What do you think happens to me? What do you think happens to me when I walk into certain neighborhoods as a black man at nighttime with a straight face wearing a hoodie? Especially in a suburb. Let's just say we're in a suburb or something like that. Or I walk into a store like that. I walk into certain places like that. What do you think happens? Jennifer, you believe 95% of these women are dressing provocatively, specifically to dress provocatively? And it's not just because can y'all hear me? Well, guys, maybe this is the reason why I'm shadow banned. Simply because I'm bringing you the news that the news doesn't show, guys. I wanted to have a little conversation with y'all, but y'all be really acting really wild sometimes. Let me see if I have any last minute receipts. Oh, you saw this right, Solo?
Having patience makes all the difference when it comes to my curls. When using the curl gel, I apply right after I hop out of the shower when my hair is fully wet. This allows the product to fully soak in. I then
You cold. He cold. She belongs to the streets.
Having patience makes all the difference when it comes to my curls. When using the curl gel, I apply right after I hop out of the shower when my hair is fully wet. This allows the product to fully soak in. I then
Sensational.
Shout out to Tia and Tamara living their best life. This is the deception that the serpent told Eve. You can live your best life without your man. And this is what we're in with Babylon. There's nothing new under the sun. This is why I wanted to bring you the news that the news doesn't show. I wanted to give you some little extra receipts. I might not be able to see you on Monday in the same format that I'm being able to see you right now. And, you know, I'm always on the run, so it's been a beautiful time to be alive. I do have more receipts, but I'll show you next time. I didn't want this to be a super long show. I just want to really, maybe I could get some questions. Last question I have for you is, why am I shadow banned? Why can't I have, fuck 1,000, why can't I have 10,000? It has to be one of two questions. Either I suck, meaning I'm not good enough to deserve 1,000 or 10,000. Like literally 10,000 people are seeing my stuff. So this is the thing. If I suck to where I don't deserve 10,000 subscribers, that would mean that 10,000 people saw my stuff, but they decided I have nothing to offer. That's the only way I'm going to accept that I suck. If 10,000 people can see my stuff and deny to subscribe to me, that's the only reason that I shouldn't have 10,000 subscribers. If 10,000 real people from all around the world came across my videos and all of them said, nope, I'm not going to subscribe. That's the only way I believe that I suck. And we know damn well that's not happening. We know 10,000 people are not seeing my shit because I would have had 10,000 views. So I have to be hidden. The question is why? When did I first become hidden? Why am I hidden? Who hid me? Is it a computer, guys? Is it a computer that's hiding me, or is it somebody at YouTube that's hiding me? You tell me. I'm going to read your comments a little bit later. Thank you guys for joining me. You could have been anywhere in the world. I really appreciate you always coming in. I wish I could spend more time to talk with you, but it is what it is. Go run this back if you haven't seen it. And go run last night's, forget tonight's talk, because tonight I was just coming to you to ask you a question. Last night, go watch last night's stream, or if you didn't watch it, at least go press the thumbs up button and leave a comment. We were having a whole discussion about why it's important to, yes, shame the single mother, shame her. Unless the man died, unless the man is in jail, unless he's breaking the kid's bones, unless he's molesting the kid, shame the single mother. Because why, what's the alternative? You're going to be, oh, I want to be happy and he was toxic. Okay, now you want your man beating your ass and protecting the household and protecting, or now you living at home with the kid and now the kid is beating your ass. Or even worse, the kid's sneaking out at 4 a.m. and breaking into cars to buy weed and get shot dead like the other people we've been talking about on my show. You have to start thinking about it. Which one's fucking worse? All this, oh, my man was toxic. My baby daddy, he was emotionally abusive. Shut the fuck up. You were on your period probably. Like literally, you broke up the household because you wanted to have a girls' night out or because you were going through your little shave my head phase. Stop that shit. You know how many people how many houses have been destroyed? And see, I'm the type of person that once you do some drastic shit, like you go fuck some other nigga and all this and disrespect me in front of the whole world and all this shit, it's not gonna, and we have a kid together. I don't give a fuck if we have a kid together. We're not getting back together. I'm that strong on my shit. You're not gonna disrespect me as the king of this household, bitch. Period. And that's what you need to grab your fucking nuts and start realizing that shit. I don't give a fuck about apologizing to nobody. Who does the black man need to apologize to? And what, am I supposed to go to Harris County Jail? Is that where I'm supposed to go? Oh, I belong in jail, huh? To get my ass stomped out, thrown against the wall, and not fed, and all this other type of shit. Man, fuck that. We're not doing that, period. Chacha says, the reason why I'm shadow banned is I'm not going along to get along. But my question is, why are other woke people, they at least have 20,000, 30,000, like I said, like ZZ. I don't know if ZZ is still on live stream. I'm gonna see if ZZ is still on live. I'm pretty sure she's still on live. ZZ, well, actually, sometimes she only does short live streams. She only does like 2 hours sometimes. Damn, she's already done with her live? Wow. Okay. Well, I was going to ask ZZ a question, but she's not live anymore. She only did an hour live. ZZ got 20,000 subscribers now. And of course I'm not hating on her. Of course. But what I'm saying is, why does ZZ have 20? Why do certain people have 50? You got people who got 30, 100, a million. I got 4. I'm in the hundreds, 400s. That clearly, okay, you have to admit, that kind of sounds like I suck, right? You guys understand shadow banning, but can you understand that when I go out into the real world and try to tell people about my platform on YouTube that I'm trying to make something of, can you understand that it looks like I suck when I only have 436 subscribers? And then they see everybody on YouTube, these motherfuckers eating stuff in their face with a fucking burgers and burritos, and they have 3 million subscribers? You don't think the average person looks at me and says, this man is not successful in his endeavors? So again, it is about creating your own version of success and creating your own definition of success. But at some point, it does come down to the numbers. This is the same reason they like to judge the albums. You ever heard about the first week numbers of an album? Okay, this album came out, it sold 500,000 records in the first week. That means something in relation to the quality of the product. How many people consume the product is in direct relation to the quality of the product. So when I do not have a large consumption of my product, it either means 1, I suck, or 2, there's some type of manipulation going on. We need to figure out the manipulation, guys. I'm about to get out of here. Any last comments before I go, guys? Seriously, I'm about to go. I've already came to you guys like 3-4 times this week. It's too much. You guys aren't even commenting. I'm getting out of here. Solo Dolo says, keep running. Of course. The question becomes, Solo, how long can we run? Tell me the answer to that, Solo. How long can I run? What if I'm tired? What happens when I get tired? What do I do when I get tired? Until the end of time. I feel that. Till the end of, please Lord forgive me for my life of sin. My hard smile seemed to scare all my sister's friends. So I don't come around the house much, just all night. Money making got me out of touch. Shit, ain't flashed a smile in a long while. An unexpected birth works of the ghetto child. My attitude got me walking solo. You hear that? My attitude got me walking solo, right all alone in my Lolo, watching the whole world move in slow-mo, huh? Damn. Damn, that's chills. Oh my God. Huh. I'm gonna holler at y'all, man, because that's the one we're listening to before we get out of here. That's all I gotta say. Sometimes you gotta just listen to some good old Tupac. Yep. Put a 7 to know what I'm talking about. Only the real OGs know what I'm talking about. Sometimes when you're just feeling like there ain't no more left, you just need some good old therapy, like just sit back. You gotta listen to Tupac. Watch this. Just watch this. Watch this. Hold on. Hold on. I gotta get out of here, guys. But I wanted to play this last song because that was a perfect answer, man. I gotta run, you know? I'm always running, but at the same time, I get tired of running and I just want to relax. I want to live a normal life, you know what I mean? I want to have a car and a place, and I just want to see my kids, and I just want to go to work and just have enough to go out on the weekends, you know what I mean? I'm cool with working. That's the thing. Even in the midst of the most homeless I've ever been. Hold on. Why the fuck is this not turning on? I'm trying to turn this fucking speaker on real quick. But let me tell you this last thing before I get out of here. Even in the midst of me being the most homeless I ever was, I never once made a sign. Never once made a sign to stand there on the corner begging for nobody's nothing. I stole from the Walmart. You better believe it, goddammit. And I'm going to say it to the end of time. Somebody put that in the chat. Till the end of till this day, I steal from Walmart, bitch. Hold on. Let me get... Why is this not... Yakking up, call the cops. Bring the seats to the piece that was on the block. I gotta get out of here, guys. Until the end of time, I'm gonna steal from Walmart. I don't give a fuck. Until I might go to jail. You might find me one day. This man was arrested on a $20,000 warrant because they're talking about Walmart is now tracking us, right? Allegedly, they got facial recognition technology. We'll talk about it another time. They got facial recognition technology at Walmart, so now they're tracking you right when you come into Walmart on some Minority Report shit. They know that you're gonna steal what you steal. They've been waiting, and they've been letting you steal this shit until you steal $20,000 worth of shit. Then they're gonna send the federal agents after you on a RICO charge, like Young Thug and them. So if you catch me in jail, they finally caught me. Don't be sad for me. It is what it is. I was already on the run. I didn't expect to get away forever, but until the end of time, I'm gonna have to just run to the end of time. Because did you hear about the Houston jail? They want me to go to this Houston jail out here. They killed 32 people in the past 14 months. These niggas got diabetes, going into insulin shock, and they don't give a fuck. And I'm supposed to join that? Man, listen, get out of here. Till the next time I see you, we gotta vibrate higher. Until the end of time. Good one, Solo. I missed you yesterday, brother. Stay safe, everybody. I'll see you next time. And probably on Monday. If not, it was a beautiful time to be alive.
I was addicted to the dark side. Somewhere inside my childhood when this my heart died. And even though we both came from the same places, the money and the fame made us all change places. How could it be? Through the misery that came in the past, the hard times made a true friend afraid to ask for currency, but you can run to me when you need it. I never leave. I just leave something to believe in the truth. It's a small thing to be true. What can I do? True homies make you get through. And Jimmy knew he'd do the same thing if he could. Cause in the hood, true homies make you feel good. And after the time, we be acting up, call the cops. Bringing the seats to the police that was on my block. What you know about that? Asking will it change, and I told you yeah, but it's gonna always be the same until the end of time. These broken wings, need your hands to come and heal me once again. Until the end of time. Until the end of time. Hey, Lord, forgive me for my life of sin. Upstairs seem to scare all my sister's kids. So you know I don't hang around the house much. This all night money making got me out of touch. Shit, ain't flashed a smile in a long while. An unexpected birth works of the ghetto child. My attitude got me walking solo, right all alone in my Lolo, watching the whole world moving slow-mo. The 5 times disappeared, listen to the ocean. Smoking bullets, think my throat, then I'm back to coasting. Who can I trust in this cold world? My phony homie had a baby by my old girl, but I ain't tripping, I'm a player, I ain't sweating him. I said the sister had a money like a Mexican. This Mexican, no remorse, it was meant to happen. Besides rapping, only thing I did good was scratching until the end of time. These broken wings, I need your hands to come and heal me once again, so I can fly. Hey, 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 till the end of time. Hey, please take these broken wings. I need your hands to come and heal me once again, so I can fly. outlaw all along. Remain strong in this world full of player haters. They conversate with death row full of demonstrators. And in the end, drinking Hennessy made all my enemies envy me. So cold when I flow, eliminate me easily. Fall to their knees, they plead for the right to bleed while begging me to keep the peace. What I can see, closer to achieve. In times of danger, don't freeze, time to be a G. Follow my lead, I supply everything you need. And out to game in the training to make a G. Remember me as an outcast outlaw. Another album out, that's what I'm about more. Getting one to the day I see my casket buried as a G while the whole world remembers me until the end of time. Broken wings, need your hands to come and heal me once again, once again. Until the end of time.
Gang full of demonstrators. That 7 gang full of demonstrators. Woo! Hold on. I gotta hear that last part one more time. Talk to me in the chat. Holla at your motherfucking boy, nigga. Legend in the flesh, nigga. It's all good though. I know y'all recognize it. One of these days, y'all niggas gonna recognize this shit, man. I swear to God. Holla at your boy. Maybe it's the thugs.